हेलो हेलो हेलो। अरे थोड़ा फंस। इवन मेरे को आवाज भी नहीं आ रही है फिर भी मैं हेलो हेलो कर रहा हूँ। एंड है कम। यार मेरे को
Match found.
शरीफ हो गई आईसो की पूरा भर समथिंग। हेलो हेलो।
Death match. Warm up.
बीमार हो रहा हूँ मैं क्या? हेलो आदित्य, हाउ आर यू मैन? गया क्या भाई? ब्रो कैसे हो? बढ़िया। हाँ मैंने पूछा आप कैसे हो, आवाज आ रही है क्या मेरी? आ रही है तो यस। वैसे तो
Dominating.
give me a 1 minute। हेलो ठीक है। मैं बढ़िया हूँ आदित्य भाई, आप बताओगे? ओ
Impressive.
आवाज कट हो रहा है। अब नहीं
Fight.
होगा देखना।
Coward. Run. Finished.
फिनिश। बिना हेडफोन भी खेल रहा है, बिना हेडफोन के।
Insane.
डबल अभी मारा, अभी यहीं पे पैदा हो गया भाई। बूटी किधर है? अरे बंदे किधर है भाई? पूरा घूमना पड़ेगा क्या? देख रहे? गेट खुल गया, गेट बड़ा है। आपसे क्या है? पूछ रहा था कैसे हो। प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए थे टीम करने से पहले।
Pathetic.
कहीं और क्या चल रहा है लाइफ में आदित्य?
Pathetic.
जेट बढ़िया है। हट गया। विदय ऑफ कर रहा था। गलत थी, गलत थी।
Dominating.
बाय 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 बाय। क्या हो रहा है ये? ना कितनी गोली चलाई हमने, गोलियां खत्म हो गई। मैं नियोन को नहीं मार पा रहा, मैं नियोन को मार ही नहीं पा रहा। पंछी भी नहीं मार पा रहा। हो गया। गार्डियन ओनली अगर मैं करना चाहूँ तो होगी भी नहीं, क्योंकि ये अच्छी तो चल नहीं रही, गेम अच्छी नहीं चल रही, तो कॉम्प पे तो बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगी। बैंड तो बिल्कुल ही परेशान कर दिया इसने, पड़ता ही नहीं साला। अच्छा दिया पूरा ग्रोसर मेरा नहीं, इतना होगा भाई, पूछता मत।
You're done.
क्रॉस सही है क्या?
Dominating.
करेगा वाइट, मुझे लगा वाइट स्विंग करेगा। शूटिंग अर्लियर लाइक सीरियसली पर
10 kills remaining.
नहीं मर रहा भाई।
You disappoint me.
तो बिना एबिलिटी कोई, अगर नियोन एबिलिटी यूज कर लेगा फिर तो मैं बिल्कुल भी नहीं मार पाऊंगा। What the fuck I'm doing?
Dominating. 5 kills remaining.
Wow. Not good for me. The fuck? वैसे तो ऐसे
1 minute remaining. 1 kill remaining.
हाँ हेल्प लेनी ऑन भाई नियॉन ने मारा मेरे को मनाएगा ओके ऐसे लोग जो गले से मेरे
Match
ठप
found.
करके ठप करके इस वाली नाइट मार्केट में एक वेंडल आ जाए अच्छी सी एक गाया वेंजेंस आ जाए तो चलेगा मेरे को
Death match. Warm up.
एक वेंडल ले लेगा नाइफ भी आ जाए जीनो पर भी ना है दूसरा आ जाए भी चलेगा मेरे लिए पोर उस पोर नेक्स्ट बस अच्छा है तो वो भी लेंगे हाय 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 क्या हटते हो भैया किसी फील्ड में दिखा तो था मेरे को क्लिक नहीं कर पाया बस वार्म अप खत्म हो जाओ भैया वार्म अप पे हमारी पिटाई हो रही है इससे बड़े हम रियल में खा लें
Feeling good because you
Good.
look great.
Fight.
Try not to get shot, okay? Alvida.
अलविदा हाँ कीजिए अलविदा हग्गो ओह माय गॉड खुले में हग्गो खुले में हगने वाला
Stay down.
पब्लिक पे हगने के लिए ना बटन क्यों नहीं दबा लाइक दैट ये सारे शॉट ऐसे क्यों नहीं लगते क्लीन से वाओ बिकॉज़ यू आर नॉट परफेक्ट ना डोंट हैव अ 10,000 hours on this game ब्रो कैसे है सो इन गार्डन में को बहुत टाइम से चाहिए पर 1 साल हो गया अभी तक नहीं आया
Thank you.
तो भाई बढ़िया है फेवरेट है मेरी सेकंड फेव है फर्स्ट मेरी है रिवर इसमें शॉट तो लगता है ऐसा लगता है एम बोट है कभी कभी अभी नहीं लगेगा अभी मेरा एम नहीं चल रहा अभी तो एम बोट बंद है माय गॉड मेरा एम टच हो रहा है सच में देख रहे हो सिंपल सा बंदा खड़ा नहीं मार पा रहा कोई मेरे को मार के चले मार ले भाई, तू मार ले भाई। भाई मस्ती कर रहा। ओके, प्रैक्टिस कर रहा
See that?
है। अभी से कर रहा है मेरी, खड़े इधर उधर होके मार ही ले भाई। माय गॉड, मैं तो लाइन बना रहा हूँ।
Too slow.
ऐसे मानना है आदमियों को देखकर। ये ऊपर नीचे क्या आ रहा है? अच्छा, साइकिल भी चढ़ रहा हूँ। ए, साइकिल चढ़वा लो। वन टू। ओ भाई, सेज को खुंदक आ गई। बदला लेने लग जाएगा आपको। ये भी ठीक है। Fucking ओए, वापिस आ। ठीक है, मत आता भाई। तो भाई आरएनजी पारएनजी सब कर रहे हैं लोग।
Got ya.
कटिया। कैसे आई आवाज?
Got three.
आना पिया। तो दम नहीं है क्या? जब बोला किसी में दम नहीं है तो वैसे ही पीछे पड़ी।
10 kills remaining.
हाँ भाई, कसम से। ये खाओ वन टप्पा। ये तू भी खा वन टप्पा। मत खा भाई, मत खा। वन टप्पा तो नहीं है। इवेंचुअली वन बुलेट है, हेडशॉट नहीं है बस। ओह माय गॉड, डांस कर। आई एम अ डिस्को। नहीं नहीं
5
नहीं
kills remaining.
भाई, बंदूक तो लेने दे हाथ में। आई एम अ डिस्को डांसर। जिंदगी जिंदगी मेरा मैं इस गधे से पिट गया। गॉड, ओ माय गॉड। पापा के साथ नहीं गाइस, मेरी पिटाई हो रही है 5
One
बंदों के
kill
सामने।
remaining.
स्ट्रीमिंग। लॉल, ये कोई जीत गया भाई। Here we go again। ये और तो निदा के नाम से कौन है? कोको, तेरी आइडिया ना ये तो।
Match found.
Got 7th place using a guardian, only guardian. I'm gonna play 5 DM of guardian. Then I switch to Vandal. 5 DM of Vandal. So this is gonna be like boring, maybe to you,
Deathmatch.
but
Warm up.
I promise you I'll keep entertaining you guys. This is my second game.
No one beat. Hey, nice work.
Hey, nice works, buddy.
Fight.
I need to blow something up.
वार्म अप में तो ऐसे मारते हो, पूछो मत। हाँ भाई हेड तो मारने की हो ही रही। ठीक है भाई, चले आगे बढ़े, पिट गए। Okay, here we go again. We're gonna see one opponent and we kill him. That was KO. Now second kill me, but third one I'm gonna kill that third person. Go, let's go. My God, I guess I'm the shit. Bro, मुझे तो इग्नोर मत करना ऐसे। Oh my God, बेशरम तो बेशरम ही निकला। Game. ओए, ओए, Masum, hello Masum. Richie guy, how are you? How's your day? G'day,
Got one.
Adinis. G'day, Adinis. I see ya, buddy. Anybody can fight me. Not you,
Get out
Felix.
of here.
I see another body.
Headshot.
Get इस guys. जल्दी आओ, मरो मेरे से। मारने को नहीं बोला भाई, मरने को बोला। हेलो,
See ya.
दिया। अब चित्रिस दिया। Ah. How's your life, guys? My life is freaking beautiful.
Jet's
Fuck
grounded.
off, man. One tap, go away. बेचारा तारीफ कर रहा हूँ मैं अपनी। Love myself. और दिन चलाएगा हमारे सामने,
Sky's
तारीफ
out.
करेगा हमारे सामने से, तब बड़ा होगा। गाँव की भाषा हुई हुए हुए। Yeah, you think you can kill me? Face me? Face me, buddy. Why are you hiding? Oh, you are reloading, huh?
Next.
Get one tap and go away. Reload again. See you next life. My God, so freaking shit.
Hey, nice
सच सच
work.
बताओ, आप हमारे सब्सक्रिप्शन में क्या कर रहे हो?
Hey, nice
क्या
work.
आपने दारू पिया है? ओके, अकेले अकेले बात पढ़े रहो, बड़बड़ा रहे हो भाई। मैं अकेले ही बड़बड़ाऊंगा भाई, मेरा काम ही बड़बड़ाने का है भाई। लगता है अंग्रेजी दारू पी है, देखो ना अंग्रेजी में बड़बड़ा रहा है। ना ना ना, इफ आई टॉक इन डीएम तो तुम लोग बोर नहीं होगे, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा कि मैं 5 डीएम खेलने वाला हूँ,
Jet's
इसलिए
grounded.
मैं बड़बड़ाता रहता हूँ। मैं फिर मैं बड़बड़ाऊंगा नहीं तो मेरी स्ट्रीम बाद में बोरिंग लगेगी। हाँ, मेरे को देख के बोरिंग लगेगी, इसलिए मैंने फेस कैम भी नहीं कर रखा, इसलिए मेरे को बड़बड़ाना पड़ेगा। हेलो जेरी, लव फ्रॉम हारोनी। हेलो अगेन रॉक भाई, हाउ आर यू? पैगा कह रहा है उसमें तुम्हारे साथ
10 kills remaining.
सक्स क्या है? पैगा से बोलो पहले दिल्ली आओ, पहले दिल्ली आओ फिर सक करो।
Listen up.
सक। ओह माय गॉड, मैं घुटने में मार रहा हूँ उसके। वो सब तो ठीक है, ये एक्सेंट किधर से उधार लिया? यू नो दे वो सारे अंग्रेज हमारे क्षमा कीजिए इसकी, ये बहुत सारे अंग्रेज, अरे यू नो व्हाट, 6000 में रशियन आ जाती है तो थोड़ा सा बात करो उनसे, तो उनका एक्सेंट भी आ जाता है।
5 kills
What
remaining.
the fuck I'm saying? One tap, bitches. Never mind. Let's go. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you. Gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you from behind you, from ahead of you.
4.
Ace, ace. Never mind. ऐसा लग रहा है जुबान को जुबान को लग के मार गया। ओह, अरे वो हो जाता है कभी, लोग जलते हैं ना तो बद्दुआ देते हैं, तो जुबान में लग कुछ ना कुछ हो ही जाता है। भाई भाई एक्शन में मार रहा था, मर जाता है। टेंशन काई को लेने का,
1 kill remaining.
टेंशन काई को, जी ब्रो। पी 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 पी, देखता है क्या, पप्पू आ गया, देखता है क्या। कोको, ये किसकी आईडी? दोस्त की आईडी, दोस्त की आईडी है कोको? क्या हाल कोको? वैसे ये बताओ, मैंने सब्सक्राइब कब किया, क्योंकि मुझे तो आप याद ही नहीं। सेम ब्रो, मेरे को भी तो याद नहीं है तुम भाई, मैं खुद भूल गया भाई। इतने महीनों बाद अगर कोई एकदम से दिखता है एक बार आके, तो नहीं पता चलेगा। मे बी आपको पता हो, मे बी यू डोंट रिमेम्बर इट मत। नहीं, हमारे स्टोर में तो अच्छी चीजें आ रही है। मेज पंक ब्राइन, लूना मार्शल, नॉट बैड नॉट बैड। ठीक है, मैं चला जाता हूँ। मैंने जाने के लिए नहीं कहा भाई,
Match found.
मैंने जाने के लिए नहीं कहा। अगर मुझे याद होता, तुमने इतनी सारी बात की होती मेरे से, तो मेरे को थोड़ा बहुत याद होता तुम्हारे बारे में। गलती से हो गया होगा। नहीं 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 नहीं, तुम डीएम से उठ के आए हो।
Deathmatch. Warm up.
गलती से कुछ नहीं होता भाई, गलती से कुछ नहीं होता लाइफ में, हर किसी चीज का रीजन होता है। गलती तो हम है जो हो गए यहाँ पे पैदा। माँ कीजिए कर देते हो कभी कभी। समुंदर में नहा के, ओए 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 ओए, नमकीन। मैं इतनी आसानी से कैसी से सब्सक्राइब नहीं करता है। वो तो तुम्हें याद होना चाहिए फिर तो, अगर तुम आसानी से नहीं करते, या फिर आपको याद है ओ तो क्या मतलब डेस्टिनी हमें बुलाना चाहती है। बाकी जय like if you're saying, you know what are you saying, इतनी आसानी से नहीं करते, तो मे बी
Watch their movement. Study their patterns.
आपने
Exploit whatever
किया
you
होगा
can.
तो आपको याद होना चाहिए। ठीक है, आप आसान से नहीं करते, आराम से नहीं करते, आसानी नहीं, आराम से। बंदे किधर है भाई? ये ऊपर डोके पे पहुंचाओ। तो ऑन ड्यूटी। ऑटो एंट्री माइंड बेचारा। हग्गू एडेस क्यों करा है? डीमन वन बनना है ना। कॉम कब? कॉम खेलना देख, कॉम खेलते हुए देखना है क्या तो? ठीक है भाई, खेलता है भी। कोई मेरा डुओ तो आ जाए ऑनलाइन जब खेलूंगा ना मैं।
Got their feelings.
अकेला खेलता नहीं हूँ मैं ज़्यादा, दिखता रहता हूँ मैं। अकेला खेलता हूँ या नहीं बेचारा। अगर डेस्टिनी मुझे आपसे मिलाना चाहती है तो आप मुझे डेस्टिनी पर से ही भरोसा उठ गया। ये अंग्रेजी दारू मुझे नीट चाहिए भाई। कौन सी दारू की बात हो रही है भैया? भैया हम दारू नहीं पीते। हम्म हम्म। हाँ कीजिए। होए 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 होए, रुनामी शरीफ से पिटा हुआ है। दिख गया ना मेरे को सामने, इससे पता नहीं। हम्म। इसकी शेरिफ देखो, इसकी शेरिफ रिवर भी है। रिवर भी हो सकते है।
चल हाँ।
अलग ही अलग ही अलग ही अलग ही अलग ही। और कहाँ से मार रहे हो भैया?
Kill confirmed.
कितनी मत, कोई भी मार के चले। देखो ऐसे हम आपकी बात कर रहे हैं भाई, सब आपके एकदम, आप एकदम एक नशा हो जो धीरे धीरे हमारे दिमाग में चढ़ रहा है। इश क्या मैंने पिकअप लाइन की भाई? पिकअप लाइन क्यों मार रहे हो भाई? हेलो, पिकअप लाइन ने मत मारना है भाई। ये कहाँ आ गए हो आप? लड़की की स्ट्रीम नहीं है? मियाँ बेबी भाई, रेस का नाम है मियाँ बीबी। मियाँ बीबी को मार दिया मैंने।
Dominating.
मारा है मैंने बस।
10 kills remaining.
और कहीं मत सोचना, और कुछ मत सोचना। मैंने बोला है मारा है मैंने मियाँ बीबी को, और कुछ मत सोचना। प्रैक्टिस कैन मेक मैन्स परफेक्ट भाई, और कहीं पे जाके प्रैक्टिस करो। मतलब लाइन जो है लड़कों के लिए, लड़का मारे तो अच्छा नहीं लगता ना। वो बात अगर अलग है, अगर आपका जेंडर या फिर तुम्हारा क्या जेंडर नहीं, इंटरेस्ट किसमें है, और पूछते ना लोग आपका इंटरेस्ट किसमें है। तो बढ़िया, तो मैं क्लासिक चला लूँ, क्लासिक ही चला लूँ। ओए ओए राजू,
Got 3.
पार ना, पार पार पार। अब मैं करेगा एस गाइस, ऐसे भागते हुए जाएगा, दूसरे बंदे को देखते ही उसमें गोली मार देगा।
5 kills remaining.
अच्छा वो थोड़ा झूठ बोला था मैंने, थोड़ी देर में विफ करके मार डालेगा। हाँ विफ करके ही मारेगा।
अलविदा।
अलविदा जी। हमारे सीधे हाईवे पे गाड़ी चलाना पसंद, बिल्कुल स्ट्रेट।
Yes.
बढ़िया भाई।
Stay down.
भाई ओए इधर उधर मत देख। मेरा एस क्यों रह जाता है हमेशा।
One kill remaining.
क्या मैं अच्छा नहीं खेल रहा? क्या मेरे को इल्यूजन हो रहा है?
Kill confirmed.
मैं मार रहा हूँ लेकिन मैं जीत नहीं रहा हूँ। मानने वाला नहीं। तुम थोड़ा दूर हो हमसे। ठीक है पूरे दूर चले गए।
Hey, it was still a good match.
हाँ still is a good match, yes you can say that। अच्छा मैं चलता वैसे ना, मैं आपका जानता ना, तुम आप मेरे को, तो फिर आपको ऐसा कर दूं। आपकी इच्छा है भाई। It's your choice, you can do whatever you want। I'm not holding your phone। तुम्हारी मर्जी है भाई। If you wish to continue like to watch me sometime, तो सब्सक्राइब रहने दो। बाकी आपकी इच्छा है, आप करना चाहें। डायमंड पहुंचने ही वाला था मैं, और कहीं जाके खेल लिया। 24 कैसे हार गए हम? ये कैसे जीत गए हम? ये कैसे हारा है? आपको सच में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, लूसा भी दुख नहीं होगा। डरी। हाँ भाई। यूहू यूहू। दुख नहीं होगा भाई। क्या हाल चाल? बढ़िया 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 बढ़िया। मैं वॉच टाइम बढ़ाने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ भाई। आपको सच में कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, इतना सा भी दुख नहीं होगा। नहीं भाई फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए लाइफ में किसी चीज का, और दुख में तो कभी नहीं रहना चाहिए। तो ना मेरे को कोई फर्क पड़ेगा ना मेरे को कोई दुख होगा। सिंपल। बस if you will be here so we can talk। Nice। बम 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 बम। पर चैट आती रहती तो अच्छा लगा रहता, दिल लगा रहता है स्ट्रीम करने में।
Match found.
ऐसे उसको मेरे ऐसे उसको भी मेरे नाराज होने से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता था। मासूम भाई। एक मिनट एक मिनट, मेरे को कोई नहीं कहता कि रुक जाओ मत जाओ। मासूम भाई आप
Deathmatch.
वो तो नहीं
Warm
हो,
up.
उस दिन आए थे आप, शायद वो नहीं हो आप, शायद वो हो शायद नहीं हो आप। मैं समझ नहीं पा रहा हूँ आप वो हो कि नहीं। मतलब उस दिन आए थे आप, आई गेस नाइट मार्केट का सीन था। एक इतने सारे टैप का क्या करूं मैं? वन टैप में नहीं मार सकता क्या? हाँ, ऐसे वन टैप मारने में 2 टैप भी चलेंगे। अरे भाई भैंस की आँख कल आया था कल। हाँ कल तो आए थे, मेरे को पता है। दूसरा दिन है ये भी पता है मेरे को, लेकिन मेरे को लग रहा है कि आपने बीच में क्वेश्चन कर दिया ना मेरे को कि मैं पहले से तो नहीं हूँ। अब साला ये जो है नए सब्सक्राइबर का अलर्ट भी नहीं डालता ना साला, दिक्कत ये है। कोई नई सब्सक्राइबर आता है, सब्सक्राइब करता है तो अलर्ट आता है ना। किसी किसी का अलर्ट दे देते हैं, किसी का अलर्ट नहीं देते, इसलिए मेरे को बुरा लगता है ये तो। अब सेम टाइम में हमें पता चल रहा है कब आ रहा है कौन बंदा, तो हमें याद रहेगा कि ये बंदा नया है, ये बंदा पुराना है। मार ले जितना वन टैप मारना है, कॉम्पी में तो हक नहीं है तेरे को। शेरी भाई हमेशा एक ही बात कह के रहते हो तुम। कल भी यही बात कह रहे थे। आसिफ कल ही आया था, उससे पहले मैं आपको नहीं जानता था। कल पहली बार चैनल देखा। अरे अरे अरे, वेलकम टू द स्ट्रीम अगेन मासूम रिची। ऐसे मासूम बच्चे भी पढ़ सकते हैं हम। Oh my god, Opper, I'm scared. I'm dead. तेरी गेमिंग भाई मेरे को डायमंड पे बूस्ट कर दो। सॉरी डायमंड तो मैं ऑलरेडी हूँ। कोई नहीं तेरी भाई रहने दो, मत करो। मैं जा रहा, मत जा भाई मत जा, प्लीज रुक जा भाई। मैं तेरे को जाने नहीं दूंगा। तो नहीं रुका रे, तेरी बात कैसे हुई यहाँ से जाने की? तुझे पता है यहाँ पे आने के बाद कोई जा नहीं सकता है। आपको मेरे रहने ना रहने से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। अरे वो तो और कोई था, और कोई बोल रहा था। फ्लैट तक कर दूं आजा। तेरी भाई मैं फ्लैट तो खुद पहुंच जाएगा। अगर मैं 2-3 मैच 4 मैच हार जाएगा तो मैं फ्लैट खुद पहुंच जाएगा। फ्लैट 3 डायमंड 1 पे तो हूँ, डायमंड 2 पे नहीं हूँ ना। देखो ना कुछ नहीं लग रहा, कुछ भी नहीं लग रहा। अच्छी बात है बूस्टेड ना रहोगे, अच्छी बात है बूस्टेड ना रहोगे मतलब। हेलो हेलो कोको, ट्रैकर में जाके कहीं में जाकर हमारा स्ट्रैट देख लेना, हमारी आईडी का स्ट्रैट देख लेना। कोई भी बूस्टेड नहीं कह सकता। मैच एमवीपी मैच एमवीपी मैच एमवीपी टीम एमवीपी। जीतने वालों में मोस्टली, हारने वालों में तो ज़्यादा मोस्टली। किसी ने नहीं किया बूस्ट, कोई नहीं कर सकता मेरे को बूस्ट।
My corazón. Dominating.
चलिए भाई गए क्या? रिप्लाई नहीं आ रही या फिर ठीक है भाई। देखो मैं अपने आप से बात कर लेता है। हाउ टू होल्ड ए just like that. You can hold like with the ADS if you want, or you can see your backstab if you want to, but पहले उधर जाने से पहले एमएन देख लें, उसके बाद पीछे देखें। हॉल से भी एक बंदा आ गया है, मेन पे भी एक बंदा है, तो पहले मेन वाले को मारो। मेन वाला नहीं मरता तो पीछे वाले को मारो। अगर वो भी नहीं मरता तो फिर मेन पे जाओ और कहीं ना कहीं से मर जाओ। जल्दी से कॉम्पी लगा दे, मैं देखना है तेरे को। शेरी भाई अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, हकते हुए देखना तुम लोगों को। जी हाँ लगाता। के बाद लगाता, 5 मिनट से पहले लग जाएगा। The fuck? कॉपी दिख रही थी उसके भाई। बंदे कहाँ हैं इसके? ब्रिज को छोड़ के भाग जाते हैं क्या लोग? ये लोग ऑफ कर रहे हैं भाई, 3 बंदे। कहाँ मेरा हाथ?
10 kills remaining.
जल्दी खत्म करो भाई।
Raise dead. Three souls.
14 किल हो रहा है मेरा ब्रीज मैप पे। ब्रीज मैप मेरे लिए अनलकी है। गॉड ऑपर। I'm not demon one.
5 kills remaining.
Not near of demon. Hands. My old self. तो शिफ्ट वॉक कर रहा है अंदर। यार मैं इतना बड़ा क्यों जा रहा हूँ? थोड़ा था कुछ।
1 kill remaining.
Next time I'll be on top.
Okay, you guys waiting for comp? I'll give you comp. एक मिनट। हेलो अन्ना। एक एक मिनट गो बार डो से पूछो। Let me know. चल सकता है। ओह, शायद आ रहे हैं, ऑनलाइन आ गए। जी भाई इसका play one TDM, then I'll play
Match found.
isolation specs। फेस बंद डालो ना आइसोलेशन में। बस कर अब। ठीक है ठीक है ठीक। देखो ना एम देखो।
Go. Let's go.
प्यास लग रही है मेरे को यार, प्यास लग रही है मेरे को। आह, ओ Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, जस्टिन बीबर की एग्जॉटिक, इसे क्या प्रोनाउंस करते हैं? एग्जॉटिक तो और कुछ होता है वैसे। अच्छा, कितने किलो होने चाहिए मेरे? 20 प्लस प्लस। थर्टी प्लस होंगे तो एम है, वरना नहीं।
Gotta go.
And they're off.
Reloading. I got to move.
Gotta wait.
Still in sight.
Blocking sight.
Reloading.
Oh my god. I'm not aiming.
Blocking
I'm just
sight.
marking there.
New stage in 10. Stage 2.
I'm out of here.
अबे यार, नहीं खेलना चाहिए यार मेरे को। ये कौन सी गन लेके आ गए बे?
I gotta wait.
Reloading.
Back up.
अबे
I gotta wait. I gotta wait.
nah, man.
I gotta wait.
Reloading.
4 down. My ult's ready. What's this?
In sight.
Give me those back. Pissed.
10 seconds until stage
Got him.
ना कीजिए, हो जाते हैं अभी।
Stage 3.
You're nothing.
Reloading.
That's 3.
Disappear. Reloading.
Stay down.
Cutting their vision.
Ultimate orb spawning.
आखी जय भाई इसकी।
One less. 3. Blocking sight.
No one's catching me on.
अबे यार, रिलोड हो गया इसका।
Blocking sight.
Final stage.
4 dead.
Not enough. Rainer's got the bloodlust going. Rampage. Got three. My ult is ready.
There.
अबे यार, I'm getting noob.
Enemy kill. 3. Go, go. Bye-bye.
Charge your ults.
अब गिरो हम भाई, तो डर बैठ जाएगा ऐसे तो।
Ground. My ult's what's this? Watch out. Go, go, go. Fire in the hole.
ना।
Lock inside.
What the fuck is happening?
Kills remaining.
Night, night. 3. Go, go.
Nah, bro.
Reloading.
Nah.
Drop. Reloading.
Charge your ults.
Take this.
5 kills remaining. Dominating. Deadlock.
I gotta wait. Good work.
Oh my, what is happening? NHK, yes. Oh, मैच देखेगा? कितना है? ओ? PRX का मैच देखना है क्या? बताओ ना। देखना है कि नहीं? देखना है कि नहीं? PRX का मैच रखना है या नहीं? मेरे को TH का मिनी बू अच्छा लगा, इसलिए मैं देखने का मन है। गंदे शो। ओके, मैं लगाता मैच फिर। मैच लगा था, रुको।
expecting that. On defense, they had him opping a lot. They had him picking a role.
ओके मैच देखते हैं.
Time, and I think this comp is preppable, especially with the trips and the stun that can really punish a no-dive comp.
And we've talked a little bit about Neil. Deserves a lot of credit for what we should see coming into this server. That guy has had time to look at those VODs, and that is really where things get scary. Like Mimi said, guy's a big brain player. He played on the server, and he's going to help them play today.
Yeah, well, we'll see, of course, how this works out as we have a heritage.
Let me know if you want.
Hometown crowd can PaperX silence them, though. Let's send it over to your casters. Give a warm welcome to Brent and Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, let's get to it. A bit of a barn burner for our opening map here. Sunset, the best map arguably for both of these teams, Heretics and PaperX. And guess what? It's elimination time. This early on, you wouldn't think it if you look at these teams, but they're both 0 and 1. And honestly, expectations up in the air for this one, really. You might think that maybe Heretics might be favored given the fact that they barely lost out to Sentinels. But we are fast off the rip into this pistol round. A very quick beginning, but slow and cautious by PaperX. Just well, no noise cues.
Yeah, they threw a knife over towards A at the beginning, so still 3 Heretics players committed to the A fight. Only the 2 of Benji and Rians holding over towards Market. So this is where we're going to see that Team Heretics retake. Their retakes have looked fantastic, but they haven't dealt with a Sage Wall yet, which is a really interesting kind of flavor to how you're going to play the post. Tends to funnel people all in predictable directions.
Manya second guessing himself there, where he decided to send out a Paranoia. What is the call to be made? Stand up. Manya might be in a bit of trouble still. Smoke up in his face, wants to play the angle and timing around it with the util. Damage definitely done to a few of the players around the back, but the Heretics are still alive and kicking. Swarming now to side. Smoke down and out. Benji sticking through, half on the defuse, but he's the last one left, and a couple of shots. It's all it takes to seal the deal. Pissed around here for PaperX. Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Yeah, pretty nice, fast-paced, got somebody in aggressive. You know, a lot of disruption there actually to the way that Team Heretics were trying to play the retake. The Sage Wall as well does not make things easy there. No. You're on the pistol round, you cannot afford to really spend the entirety of your ammunition breaking it. And especially if Devi's going to be able to get kills like that. That's 2 just through that crack in the wall.
Yeah.
Not even caught on the camera, but that's devastating actually for Heretics. That's the way that it ended up going. But we are going to see so many of those kind of rounds, I think, where PaperX group up on one side of the map, hit the site with all of their utility. I think Team Heretics might find it a little difficult to pick the mid-round timings that we've seen them get against other squads.
Doubled up with the trips though, can't claim the kill, unfortunate for old Benji.
A very similar look to the round again.
That plan straight down out.
This is even more unfair to Heretics though, isn't it, with the
another
on the
molly
other side of things.
Yeah, bits and pieces of util. I mean, if PaperX decide to take the fight straight to them, which they have, okay. Throwing away your lives ever so slightly. I mean, 4 players still left standing. Any guns to reclaim?
Oh, well, not for Devi. He's still just got a pistol to try to spam the spike.
Yeah, and now they're going to be playing it from this main position still. The wall smoked to at least carve their way through. They found it. Placement here. This is looking really precarious right now. PaperX in a world of hurt. They have to manage themselves and find these kills. 1 player left. It's Mindfreak. And here it is. Patatech half on a defuse. And time.
He's got it.
Might be just barely. It looks a bit rough. No, just about.
Oy,
Second to
oy.
spare. Wonderful,
1 second.
wonderful eco round for Heretics.
Yeah, amazing. Once they got themselves up into the player advantage situation, that's where you saw the Heretics kind of system thrive. The stun from Miniboo and that swing from Rians could not have been better timed. Paranoia, Boo with the follow-up. This smoke that Boo lands as well, really lovely for making sure that the retakers only need to focus on one area at once. And the half that they got on the defuse, so crucial, so important. Now, take a look at PaperX buying back into this one. They are not happy to just let this one go. They have got plants in both of these rounds and a fair amount of kills, so the money's not dreadful here.
Still that danger towards it. Flash forwards with followed by that Thrash. Is going to be setting this one up, so clears through into market. A couple of players backside. Detainment Blind there.
I don't think you can follow up on this.
No, surely not. I mean, he's being bodyguarded basically by two of his teammates, and Forsaken, not sure if that was just trying to follow it up. Panitek takes him out anyway. Holding at the ground, and still Minibu left to contain. No gaps left into the play. Moniette will get the gun though.
And Moniette's position here is difficult to root out. The Sage Wall.
Two players not looking, twist and turns. They can really find themselves an easy kill, but there it is. Okay, toppling. Two left standing, making just one again. Mind Freak. Close to the pillar. Damage definitely done to a few of them. Still how the shot's just landing. So, investment getting punished here by PaperX.
And I got
down again.
I gotta say, I'm so impressed with Boo. The way that he runs these retakes and as the IGL, but also the way that he pats and he uses his utility. You saw his smoke being absolutely crucial in the previous retake, the paranoia too. This time, as you can see, Rience and Paddy defending Benji. Minibu comes around the back, and then Boo goes for the reflanking market too. That's his paranoia you see there. Onto Moniette, just making sure that all the gaps are solved. And they don't just have to run into Moniette over and over again. Finally, this is going to break
मेरा D button आगे से बात नहीं कर
as
रहा
they
है.
might to try to keep guns on board.
मेरे साथ भी हो रहा है कुछ दिनों से.
Stabilize perhaps just a little here, unless the sheriffs can sing.
One suppressed.
And for the first time, we see PaperX going for more of a defaulty approach. Throwing that knife over towards A. Forsaken did that on the pistol as well, and it ended up in a B group up. It's fairly similar to what PaperX are going for again here.
Yeah, contacting, removing the first layer of the trip, out in the open with the util, no punishment. Onto Forsaken. B, but it seems like Heretics have got good awareness of it. Benji Fishy's holding it down just with the rifle. The spam damage, no punishment in sight though with a counterplay.
Another one of these rounds.
They want to play aggressive. Look at this. Straight into market. Paranoia. Push forwards. Blinded. Flashed up. Round to the side. There's no real guns and no real danger towards that. Cheeky idea, nevertheless.
I mean, I think that was a team flash, though, wasn't it? That was Forsaken's flash that came through and ended up blinding some of the PaperX players that were trying to push.
It's feeling a little bit improv-y towards the back of the site. Traded. Dart. Gliding his way straight to Divine and points him directly to the target they were looking for.
And look at the confidence on the Heretics players. They're not scared to try to take these fights, especially when they can work together. And I think that's such an important part of what's making Team Heretics flourish on the big stage. Remember that they played and qualified without dropping a map, but it was all with ping. They had to play online because Rience couldn't get there to play. So this was their first time.
हार भी सकता है, जीत भी सकता है. No. Coco भी like no. DNF exchange करूँगा. नहीं exchange नहीं कर सकता. अगर तूने F दबा दिया गन के बीच में, तेरे को गन उठाने लग गया तो कोई दूसरी. एक दिन हुआ है बस हाँ.
Heretics seems to have those kind of people that love to step up to the occasion. And this is yet another example of what I think
खाली ऊपर का की चेंज करने से तो पूरा की चेंज हो जाएगा क्या?
On the new upcoming talent. PaperX here representing that old guard. The old gods can fall. Team Heretics took down Na'Vi to be able to get to this point. They qualified over Fnatic, who are not here. They know that these gods can bleed.
Absolutely. In first hand for PaperX, it's been quite some time since they've really just kind of spiraled out of control of the tournament. I mean, Champs 2022 comes to mind. And PaperX are no strangers to it. It's not like they've had dominance throughout their entire existence at all, but based on the tail end of 2023, there are some relatively high expectations, I think, level.
मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है नहीं, मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है तेरा
maybe not so much.
ऊपर वाला की जो
They said they were playing in a 6 out of 10
होता है एक कीबोर्ड के अंदर की होता है उसका वो पूछने का मतलब है.
Have a bit of fun, which is the PaperX way of things, a bit of style.
Well, it seems like they're scrimming the BXX at the moment, Brett. That knife caught all 5 players.
But they know exactly it's a refight called. Panitek forward.
Fight लेने लग गए भाई.
Magnificent. The PaperX are the ones coming out on top.
And the res
मिनी बू को मार रहे हैं भाई. मिनी बू क्या मार रहा था भाई? मिनी बू को मार रहा है.
Boo is fast behind him. Will he get the punish? Wide round is traded.
1 for 1.
Yeah.
But that's not good enough. That just
मिनी बू भाई बहुत मारते हैं. क्या 4 सेकंड भाई इसके भी.
because otherwise
की
this
वजह
looks
से
like a
मेरा
round
मोमेंट पूरा
all wrapped up already. for
इफ हो गया
Paper X.
क्या कर सकता है
And
अच्छा
this
अच्छा
really begins
कुछ नहीं कर सकता भाई
because they expect Paper X to stop when they get 5-person knife.
स्किम क्यों हटा
If
दी
you
है
remove all of the abilities from your opponents, you
पानी
expect
पी
them
रहा
not
हूँ
to keep
कुछ
hitting the
खा रहा हूँ
W.
उसके बाद
And
ऑन
yet
करता हूँ
Paper X, nah.
They don't care.
Nah.
They
So-
do not care.
And that's why that flash timing doesn't quite work. Paddy's assuming that they'll have put a pause into their play here. Let's have a look at Riens and Benji though and see if they can recover this.
Lot to do for them. Now, Mind Freak on the flank is actually a wild ways off. He's going to have to work his way up through mid here. There's one opener still. Something shuts that down to Benji. Last one left and
what the fuck
trade. So, Paper X to the second one.
In that round,
Paper X
maybe a
जीत
bit
गई,
of a
अच्छा।
preview of things to come if Paper X can find a little more success. Because I think one of the biggest ways that Paper X are going to find win conditions in this is going to be by disrupting the timings that Heretics want to take.
It's all about the tempo.
Heretics have played against a lot of teams that play quite standard Valorant, where you can find good timings to re-clear, you expect them to slow down. The set plays that Heretics go for need a little bit of time and space to set up, and Paper X, are they going to give them that?
Unlikely most of the time. Well, Boo.
एलेक्स गाली
Close
बकता
to
है
Tiles,
भाई
he's holding a flash, but guess what? Mind Freak's already
Off
in
cam
front
contact.
of him. No, it's a smoke as well. He's holding the next layer of it. Mind Freak! Disgusting work, but Miniboo's still active, still kicking. Into the fight, back out of there. Using the wall, not quite. To catch him on the heels.
Another situation again, Brent, where the cam contact that you can see them pinging out right now doesn't anticipate somebody going for a wide swing.
3v2 cyber
If that's
setup
just a
B
shallow little jiggle to spot
Is it
anybody
B?
in mid, the cam takes contact, paranoia can be used, and Team Heretics can crunch the mid players. But instead, they just swung out fully and took the fight.
Purely W gaming.
So these setups that Heretics are using, not really optimized for the pace and the aggression that Paper X are going to throw in.
We'll see how they adapt over the course of this series.
Spike planted.
2v3. Getting that info that everybody's playing towards main there with a neural theft. Wall broken. Last.
ये सेज बॉल वाला दिखा था ये पे जब बनाता है ओमन पीक लेता है
Still one hell of a task. Need rebounds. Device going to be forced out wide. Shots need to be landed here by Benji. Flash to set it up. Everybody evacuating. Magnificent.
What the
Once
fuck?
more. And everybody topples. Beautiful supportive utility by Padatech.
Flash trigger
Incredible
क्या
stuff
था
from
बवाल
Heretics there. That's the thing, if you give them the space, if you give them the time,
Something ऐसे
these
करते हैं Flash.
setups look immaculate. I think you were talking about it when Sentinels played against Team Heretics, that it looked like the two best teams in the tournament playing, back when you were on the desk for that game. And I think when Heretics are allowed the space to set these things up, God, the nade into the back, the flash to clear, catches onto everybody, they read that the teleport's happening, they've already set up the cage, it just looks so good. And that's why I'm saying the win condition for Paper X is to find timings to
Flash
disrupt
बढ़िया था,
those
what a
setups,
flash.
to try to catch Paddy
Something को नहीं आता
with
ना ये
the
flash.
flash in his hand.
Weaponry is a little bit uneven. The Paper X
क्योंकि का फ्लैश
grouped up has
मैकेनिक
five.
समझने में टाइम लगता है
Not too much in terms of changing the game
तो
plan.
तू लेके लेता है इंस्टा लॉक क्यों कर लेता है
And flying.
फ्लैश ऐसे फेंक देता है तू
Not have to worry about our setup, but this is a fight towards the back of the side actually. Something has
4
been
सेकंड की
changed
तरह
now. Smoke's dropped into the corner. Will they check it? Not quite. It's a half clearance. Benji is blinded. He
What
does
the
not
fuck?
care.
बेंच पे से 3 किल
Falling. Hunter's Fury clearing up the remnants. The pit's down, but really
Mind
it's
Freak
just a matter of
again,
time and
alone,
Mind Freak,
1v4.
you can feel it.
I feel Mind Freak
Spare settling. Dread
fighting.
in the bones, tagged up by the drone. No chance.
ब्रा
Benji looks amazing.
ये नहीं दिला दो हम ईमो बन जाएंगे
Just looks amazing.
सीखना है ना इसलिए
All
लक
this
की साइड पर
tournament
सालो
about how he wanted to grind his way up through
भाई
Valorant,
बेंच
didn't
फिशी
want
है
to
वो
use his clout to hop onto a top
बेंजी
team early.
फिशी भाई नाम है उसका
And he really did
ऐसे
put in
नहीं
the
कहते
work in tier 2.
Oh yeah.
Even when he joined this squad, people were not immediately saying, oh, Team Heretics are going to be superb instantly.
2 फ्लैश में मारे उनने
I did not expect them to be here in Madrid, but now that they are,
1 2
what is this?
Yeah, just disgusting work.
Anticipating the timing of those players so
लास्ट वाला
perfectly.
वो भी मार
to
देता
even
लेकिन
catch
उसका केज का
something
वो आ गया
afterwards.
कुरानी
Nuts. Absolutely
क्रोनामी
nuts.
नाइफ दे क्या लिखा
New
तूने
era.
क्रोनामी नाइफ दिला दो
Players like
भाई
that are
10
ushering in.
बन जाऊंगा ना नहीं नाइफ से नहीं बनते भाई, 10
Ball looking exciting for Valorant. Danger in this round with Mind Freak. He's managed to work his way in, just walking past us as Boo expected.
वो भी है,
He
एक
must
और
have
है ना.
called it. No, his head's gone. Oh my.
क्या है?
Mini Budo returns it with the stun background aside.
मिनी बू और
using the
बू
wall.
और बेंच फिशी भाई क्या
Feigning
बात
like
है.
he's dipped out of the side, but still continues to play into this in a one-and-done angle. But there it is. Thrash. Any connection? Detained it. Mini Boo's there, so he needs to be protected. Panitek flashed up though. He has to back away into the smoke, and there's the kill. Secured. Follow-up. Sheriff is online. Monyet.
भाई जब सेंटिनल वर्सेस टीएच हो रहा था ना भाई, क्या शेरिफ मार रहे थे टीएच वाले, क्या शेरिफ मार रहे थे भाई. अरे भाई एटलीस्ट मेडल दिला दे. कोई नहीं दिला सकता भाई, मैं राइड वाला नहीं हूँ, तुम्हें दिला देगा.
Not leaving this one to chance.
मैं नहीं दिला सकता भाई, sorry guys. I cannot sponsor you anything.
Oh, peeking for the info. I was a believer.
That's unreal.
I was a believer for a second. Yet
इस टाइम पे something कर रहा होता वो. Flank आएगा, flank आएगा, flank आएगा.
The MVP there for PaperX.
Oh my God.
As it took half of the bullet, headed straight for Divide. Nevertheless, an example of why PaperX's EXE can be so dangerous there.
Benji.
Heretics got kind of roped in, pulled in to trying to fight as one player at a time got put into bad situations. And Miniboo gets caught, they try to bail him out, and then Riens is tempted to swing through the smoke.
AFK नहीं तो detain हो गया था ना गेको से. Hello?
Here we see the economy finally in a good enough spot.
क्या देख रहा है?
Something to pick up the attack side.
Detain हो गया था गेको के.
Not interesting. I mean, they do it a lot. Yeah, doesn't matter what role something's playing, they really do favor this, just trying to slow the rounds down and find those picks.
I think the slower you make these rounds, the more you open yourself up to Miniboo re-clearing areas with a flash.
He's repositioning here. Danger, yeah. The crosshair placement wasn't online. And that's the reason for Boo. It's punished almost immediately. Patatek is forwards in front of the util, in front of the slow.
But there was a ping, there was a beep from the Dizzy, so they know that there's someone around.
Yep, using a paranoia to clear. That's just pure timing based on that. As soon as the flash comes
Flash
through,
में मार दिया.
pixel angle for Riens, not enough to clear the head off one of the bodies. Plant will go down without any problems.
Spike planted.
2v4. Doesn't look too
Oh, lucky.
Might be starting to think about the
मेरी
call
तरह.
to save this now, surely. Riens
मेरे को तो तुक्का बोल देता तू.
He makes a good go of it. Gotta
तुक्का
respect
बोलना,
it.
तुक्को अब तुक्का बोलना, लक्की भी कह रहा है. तो हमेशा मेरे नाइस शॉट्स पे तुक्के बोलता है. नाइस तुक्के.
But it's the two picks they get at the start that really open things
अब
up.
बोल भाई,
That
nice
was a little
तुक्का.
unusual from Heretics. They did not read that the op was online here, I don't think. They went for a dry re-clear. No utility used. Usually,
अरे वो
Heretics
blind
are
वाला
the king of
तो दिखा.
cooking up these
ओहो, इसने भी मारे दो.
on-the-fly set plays. They're going to take a timeout here. The coaching staff clearly not quite happy with what they saw in that round, and I bet it's something to do with the way that Miniboo and
लकी तुक्का, नाइस तुक्का. अच्छा ठीक है, अब से तू तुक्का बोलेगा तो मैं लुक्का बोल दूँगा. तुक्का मतलब क्या है? तुक्का मतलब तुक्का.
I'm not a huge fan of it when I've been watching him play with it just prior. They really got punished hard, I think, in the EDG match where they just weren't showing presence.
तुक्का मतलब बाई चांस होता है, लकी तो नहीं होता. Noobs का लाना था. हैं?
Play more passively, trying to play for retakes. I'm not sure that that would be the best strategy, though. PaperX have been known to mix in some of those contacting plays, especially in the rounds where they have the op online. And that you can get into some really uncomfortable spots when that's happening. Forsaken ready to go with another null command. So that could end up being quite important here. We've seen PaperX leaning B very heavily at the start of this half. And now swapping over to mostly
TH के? Hello, TH5 पहले जीत चुके हैं वो.
The option now of going pretty
Got the
rapidly
5
into
round,
once
bro.
more. That's what they did last time they had the ult. Despite all that prior conditioning, but I imagine speed probably not the name of the game. Something opping. Said, set the sights towards mid.
तुक्का is by chance.
Play. It's a setup early on, so Miniboo can get onto that.
पहले फ्लैश कर दिया, वन वे बना दिया.
They do show presence.
Yeah, and if something wanted to get set up with the operator over towards A, then that would make it a little more difficult for him. But instead, Device escorting something up mid.
इनका आईजीएल कौन है पता है
Players that were
कोई भी
falling
नहीं
away
है
from A could have fallen prone to it. Instead,
Corsican
here
है
comes
क्या?
B-split.
Hello.
Benji's used still offline.
Two different directions. So, all being used to clear out through market on top of the wall. It's anticipated.
Nah.
It's nasty business. A nasty shot. Mosh in through the back. Just the
Nah.
slightest of gaps. Something's head's gone clean off, rolling off the shoulders here through the back of the site. Once more paranoid, but
Nah.
no, doesn't expect the deeper angle. Miniboo just playing so passively there,
तो
patiently.
कितनी जल्दी स्मोक करते हैं ये लोग
The available openings. Munyet forwards now. He knows he has to take risks. There's a slight gap. He's seen the cross. There's a lot more to do here. Needs a bloody miracle. Holding. There's one.
there's one
All 6 bullets left. Smoke fading. Paranoia just in time. They're tracing and chasing down the fight. Mindfreak. He's there. Battle taken up close and personal.
Hoye, 1v1
Found, but still 11 HP.
Nahi,
Munyet can't
1v2
do it. They know he's low. And all it takes is a few stray
nah
bullets.
half
A lot
और
of danger in
second
that round
लगती
too,
है भाई
despite the fact that a couple were picked off over towards market. Great recovery though from Heretics. You could see the anticipation with the way the Divide pushed into market there. They were so
Anti,
ready for that swing on
actual
top of the
anti.
sage wall. Here it is from Rians again. As soon as the wall goes up, crosshair gets adjusted. And this, the Mosh is thrown to try to set up the Mosh, Paranoia, and try to put pressure and fight really aggressive for Boba and stop Team Heretics going for that retake style. And instead, it just exposes something's head for a fraction of a moment. And that's enough for Heretics to get an even larger player advantage. That operator now in hands of the defending Sova.
Oh, okay.
इसे वो
So if
नहीं
you haven't
बनाता
got enough of your
तो
initiator off
मार देता
from something's attack side,
उनको
have a
पुश
look at this
करना
one
था
from Rians.
Still the contact play style. I mean, this creates openings. Really
Lucky हो
just
गया
getting
सब
onto the line though. Nade into the corner. That's to remove some of those unbreakable
अब इनके
trips.
पास आ
Only
गया
gets rid of one.
Wall up once more. Rians doesn't get the pick. Eyes off the shot though. Man, fully revealed, spamming it through, stopping off the plan and the damage done with the Hunter's Fury. Has to be an escape from Meunier. He will TP just to the side to narrowly avoid it. But this has thrown a lot of chaos into the mix. Lovely shock dart. And it all really relies on Mindfreak. He's in mid right now. Someone's going to be watching him though. Mosh pit into the corner. Does Benji survive? He's pushed out wide. Mindfreak and something. They both get it with the res online. Suddenly, there's player advantage. It's flipped onto the other side of things. Heretics, they don't know which way to look towards right now because Mindfreak is deep within the spawn. They have to try and contain this one, plug the gaps before they set up, but he's big retake executes. Still 37 seconds. They've got the spike back and they're running all the way over towards A. I mean, it is just pure mayhem in Madrid.
That one is bizarre. We're watching the fight as it happens in mid, and two players in backside went for a swing on defense and both fell at the exact same time the res went up. Now, from our perspective, I can't tell whether the res baited the swing out, and that was a really nice coordinated play, or whether Team Heretics just ended up trying to face that, and it offered an opportunity for Divide to get the res.
Maybe just facing with Benji getting pushed out by the Mosh.
देख ऐसे crosshair placement रखना है.
You know, maybe just
super possible.
Stand the ground, see if they can survive by just taking.
देख रहे हो crosshair placement देख रहे हो?
It's left just Miniboo reeling in this one, has to save.
Yeah.
Forced back with the rifle. I mean, a really odd round. Just those strange.
कैसे clear करे सारे angle.
And actually, Device Resurrect getting really large value the 2 times that it's been used. It's not often you say that about a Sage ult, actually. So, Heretics, the bonus for them is that they'll be given this round as like a little mini timeout. They can talk about
मेरा भी
what
ऐसे
went wrong
crosshair
there,
placement
they're
है.
looking to readjust for the final round. But PaperX have now crept up to 5. A reminder, this was
भाई
the,
कुछ भी हो हद होते हैं यार झूठ बोलने की.
last time we saw it play.
हद होते हैं.
But I think this comp should have theoretical value. So yeah, they went for the res before the peaks happened. They were, as you said, Brent, just trying to get that punish onto the Mosh being used in backside.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Mindfreak got the kill in mid.
So it's just a battle on multiple fronts. Here we are, final round now of this first half. Big ult online, Thrash for something.
Here we go.
We'll be opted to use this. In fact, Heretics want to take the pace straight to them.
इसमें कम से कम 80%
all offloaded.
And 3 players found.
होगा भाई. ना 80% हो ही नहीं सकता.
So PaperX are calling the fast reaction into A, which is where Benji is playing.
A professional player,
Yeah, kill trip and a
or as you are first time diamond, you don't have that crosshair placement.
Trips, he's waiting for it, the right time to strike, but Nade pushes him away. Plan is online, out in the open. Strange with a post-plant scenario, but plenty of using angles.
Here it
Here's
is.
the same wall being played. Now they should be aware of this. Yet it still gets value with the flash setup. All online, and yet it's not cleared off this angle just yet. Still wants to play up top. Still wants to combine it all with the aggression to buy through the back of the side.
ये देखो wall.
Even it
ये
flawless
कैसा
for the
wall
final
है?
round here
ये
of our
कैसा
first
wall है
half.
बताओ?
Love that setup too. They've got Devi even pushing a link at the same time, so they set up the highest of high-low setups. One player in the skybox while the other swings. Awesome setup to draw things level at the half. As PaperX won 4 out of 5 of the last rounds.
Absolutely treated here. The best map of both of these teams,
Enemy
arguably.
remaining.
See them evenly matched. I mean, who knows what we've got in store for the second half. Oh, they are loving it. They are
ये कौन
loving it.
सा
Just take
वाला?
our fun at the end
कौन
of the
सा
day.
wall है भाई?
Well,
ये ग्रिम से ऊपर वाला
absolutely
wall है.
ridiculous so far. Still on the floor, let's send it down to Beach,
Professional wall.
standing by with a special guest for an interview.
What's up, everyone? I'm here with a very, very special guest. We have
Mixwell
Mixwell here, and we can hear the crowd roaring. This is electric. And how are you enjoying the match?
भाई मेरा एम कंसिस्टेंस नहीं है, पर जब मेरा माइंडसेट कूल है, मेरा गेम प्ले भी कूल होता है.
Is kind of decided in this game.
भाई 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 भाई.
So I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, well, on behalf of Pacific,
अपने आप को कम नहीं करेगा, अपने आप को हमेशा बड़ा रखेगा है. मैं रेडियन और प्रोफेशनल की बात कर रहा हूँ. ये वॉल कल भी करा था PRX में. कल नहीं परसों.
I think playing against PaperX for the first time is maybe more scary. But after you see them playing once, I think Team Heretics has a more complete style. So I think I would rather play against PaperX than Heretics.
Yeah, I think the crowd agrees with you. And of course, Nilzinho is somebody that you have a very close relationship with. You know him for a while. What do you think he's thinking right now at this very moment?
I think he's calming the players because it's important to start strong on the second half. He's someone that reminds you what he has prepared for you before the match. And he's probably just saying,
ये रेडियन जैसे नहीं है.
Like you're playing really well. Remember
फिर
what we
कैसे
talked
है?
about before, and just enjoy the moment because the crowd is cheering for you.
Reading
Something
is
like that.
more
Speaking of the
consistent
crowd, really quick, say something to our fans.
and precise. I don't think I have, but at least I'm high.
Y vosotros sois el sexto jugador, así que gritad como nunca,
Shut
por
the
favor.
fuck up.
Vamos.
Shut the
All
fuck up.
right, let's get back into the game.
Bullshit, bro. Bullshit.
Mixwell's got a future, I think, in crowd work as well. I mean, this guy, he knows.
Get him paired up with Zekan's mum.
Telling you, yeah. I mean, they know the right things to say. Me.
चल तू half of Ascendant player है, ठीक है? मैं तेरे को challenge
As they
देता
say
हूँ.
in Spain.
तेरी गोल्ड वाली आइडिया ना, उसमें सारी स्किन भी है तेरे पास.
Yeah, perfectly executed.
Yep, Gracious.
Never inviting us back to Spain.
गोल्ड वाली आईडी से तू सोलो खेल के
See how it goes. It's fast to rip with a flash
एक हफ्ते
play.
में डायमंड पहुंच जा, या एक महीने में डायमंड पहुंच जा. गोल्ड टू डायमंड एक महीने में सोलो खेल के.
Got his back. There were to follow him. Finally.
क्योंकि तू असेंडेंट तो है ही ना, असेंडेंट का हाफ तो है ही, तो इजी रहेगा तेरे लिए.
Look how reluctant PaperX are to actually rotate fully over to A.
Gold to plat, plat to diamond. खाली diamond touch करके छोड़ दे.
Heretics had a 3v1 on the A site for like the last 20 seconds, and they paused,
3v3,
allowing opportunities for PaperX to come back into this.
Oh, the space. Look at this. Down into bottom section of mid, but they are fully grouped up. It's 3 players. Holding hands. They don't want to leave any mistakes open here. Devi.
Missed the timing.
The timing.
Does Mindfreak look left?
Does he look left? Yes, he does. And he spots a hole. Oh, that's juicy targets once more. There's one falling. Boo. Down and out, but now they know it's B. Jig is up.
And these players, they are going to get crunched here. I mean, Mindfreak's going to be coming behind at the same time as pressure is applied through market. This is going to be so tough for Heretics.
He's got the dart. But seriously, man, this is just wide out into the open. Ghost moment. Certified there. Missed around. Another one for PaperX.
They're going to be kicking themselves for that decision making.
Hello?
After managing to find 2 picks at the
स्मर्फ कहाँ कैसे आ सकते हैं जब तुम ऑलरेडी स्मर्फ हो? तो अगर तुम ऑलरेडी हाफ ऑफ असेंडेंट प्लेयर हो और तुम गोल्ड में खेल रहे हो, सामने क्या रेडेंट आ रहे हैं क्या?
And PaperX, it is so unusual to see a team still
As
playing
well,
1-1-1 after the elbow's been destroyed.
अच्छा वो
But yeah, ended up working perfectly for PaperX.
ठीक है भाई, ठीक है भाई.
Anticipation perhaps of that pause coming through. They would
ठीक
not
है भाई,
scare.
ठीक है.
It's all smiles, man. They really are just here to have a good time. Leveled their own expectations.
हाँ ऐसे तो है Immortal Peak लोग
with the Dizzy, I mean,
RMX
where do you think
अरे
the
Immortal
Heretics
Peak
players
वाले ऑलरेडी मोस्टली क्या होते हैं जिन्होंने आईडी खरीदी है
are? Just hopefully
Immortal Peak वाले
expecting maybe just
उसमें
that
क्या कर रहे हैं गोल्ड में क्या कर रहे हैं इससे गंदे Immortal कौन से होते हैं बूस्टेड है वो भाई Immortal Peak
EDG, when Paper X were on the defense side, outside of the pistol and the follow-up, they only won 2 of the rifle rounds. So, even though these are absolutely plastered, it remains to be seen how they're going to get it done once rifles are on board.
Do we mix it up? Double down?
They did struggle. Even though they're 8-6 in the lead right now, you need to see it working in rounds where Team Heretics can fight back. There is only one player on the other side of things still with light armor. That's Rians. As we head into the next round.
ये
So
कोच
Forsaken's
is
Outlaw is going to
happy
struggle to get a
Forsaken का
little bit
आउटलो
of
बहुत
value.
मस्त चलता है भाई
Respect being showcased here.
अब देखते हैं
Heretics, no spread default. A rapid take of B-main control is what's called and ordered. The
Mini
Bulldog
Boo,
will
Mini
just
Boo,
fall
let's
back,
go,
no
Mini
fight
Boo.
there. Will lose
Let's
his
go,
attitude.
Mini
Mini
Boo.
Boo, this guy.
Outrageous.
He's just ripping him to shreds.
That's so strong. I mean, aim punched as well by the Bulldog in the first fight.
Oh no bro
Koई नहीं. The Outlaw tagged up by it. Mosh pit forwards. Still haven't got the plan down, by the way. Being pushed back. Finding it difficult to get that time.
Alex is happy. अब देखते हैं इस
with the Dizzy.
राउंड के बाद
No
देखते हैं
connections now to Paranoia. And a flash underhanded to clear it forward positions. No way they
Let's
can
go
start winning this
something.
one out. Surely not. Heretics doubled up. Close to the wall. Rians.
Let's go something.
Benji Fishy, but a position of being squeezed. How are they managing that?
How the fuck they manage that
They just win both the duels in that situation. Paper X have their pick of the timings. Monya and Something have done such an incredible job up until that point. Something managed to turn a double face
Alex
into a
go.
1v1.
Show me Alex.
Got the kill. Monya kills
Now.
somebody. B-main. They can't close it out, even though they're coming from opposite sides, can pick their timings.
Mini Boo
Look
भाई
at
क्या
that
मारा
kill through the aim punch. Utilizing the flash to force his opponent into the corner, and then the recon to be able to get the illumination on his opponent. Good response.
Bravo.
Right when they needed it. Something has picked up
एक
the
क्रॉसफायर बहुत अच्छा है
Onion's gone walkabout. Okay. Going to kill onto Boo. Might throw things into a bit of disarray. There's a deep smoke. This was placed down early. I mean, Heretics, they've cooked this one up. They were pinging it out just into the pre-round, but they've all got to contain Paper X. Following through with it, and Mindfreak's there. They've just got to watch for. Top mid. Spike drop down. Rian's the last one left, and he's gone. In the blink of an eye, round finished.
एक बात देखिए कोको
Team Heretics are going to go for that
मोनियट
mid play quite a lot.
और टेक्सचर दोनों ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट में थे
Sometimes it's going to be fake, sometimes it's real. And Paper X there,
और अब
threatening like they were just
दोनों
gonna
अलग
walk
अलग
through the
में
smoke.
एक जेनजी में
And actually
एक
pulled the
PRX
crosshair
में
away quickly enough for
जेनजी भी
Mini Boo.
इवेंट पे आ रखी है इस ग्लोबल
The
इवेंट
Paper X were
पे
able to find really easy
और
timings, even if they
मोनियट
hadn't
भी
taken
PRX
out
में
Boo
ये
at the
भी
beginning, like an absolute freebie.
ग्लोबल इवेंट में आ
I think
रखी है
Paper X had a great protocol for what to
इस
do
वाइपर
against
हैड
that.
वेंडल
And you can see the
इस
market pressure got
PRX
dealt
राउंड
with instantly too. Just a wall in the face of the drone. And that is such a difference to the way that, for example, Sentinels would play this KO Gecko comp. Here's that same smoke again. Like I said, Heretics love this kind of setup. Smoke, instead of blooming in mid, just cuts off one side of it. Stops any crossfire setup. But it's not always going to be real pressure.
Deep pop angle as well. Something getting all sorts of mid-round information. And yet it's the really one in danger. Yeah, here it is. I mean, the jiggle peek for information gets the head clean off.
Gotta be honest with you, I didn't even see Mini Boo.
Forsaken now going to be tucking, cowering. Needs a bit of backup, and he's got it. In the form of Devi. Top round the guns. Set Mini Boo up for success. Flash, repeat, and it is good. Damage there. And a kill, still it's traded. Hunter's Fury, negated. Perfect.
ओ भाई
Beautiful work there with the ult.
4 सेकंड में अल्ट मार दिया
He was tagged up. He was
क्या मारा भाई कुछ भी
really in danger going down here. Tagged up by the cam.
भाई मिनी बू बहुत मारते हैं ये मिनी बू और बू
Chaos strewn into the
मिनी बू
mix.
छोटा भाई है ये बड़ा भाई है बू भाई केओ ने क्या भाई करा
Does he perhaps call them back over towards
अल्ट का आंसर
Looks quite
अल्ट
committed.
से
He's just spotted him. Benji Fishy out wide. Does he expect another play? Yes, he does.
ओए होए ओए होए ओए होए
Unrelenting
माँ
from the
की
spot. Will not
जय
give anything away. Boo. Looks the ult, but no time left, surely. 15 seconds left. Is he really going to make a go of this one? He's getting the move on. Listen, I know he's got the new knife set, but it doesn't actually make you move any faster. 9 seconds. He wants to go for it. 7 seconds. Shut down.
Predicted, dealt with. Little disappointing the way that Heretics were posted up in B main there, just one at a time, swinging forwards, instead of trying to get somebody posted with Benji. There are multiple angles there that need to be covered. This play, though, great idea from Forsaken. Really nice punish of that ultimate being used, but it's this moment I'm wondering about. Paddy is just kind of looking at the wall while Rians sets up a dart. I feel like he could have been double holding that. Nevertheless, Paper X are squeezing away, and I was
Migo swing. By Mind Freak is more consistent from the start. 3 बंदे कहाँ गए वहाँ? ऐसे मारता हूँ मैं 3 बंदे. ऐसे होल्ड करता हूँ मैं साइट.
It's looking great at dealing with what Heretics have. There's been clear improvement and awareness of the kind of things that Heretics want to do. That mid play in particular.
Yeah. Had the right answers. Almost everything that's gone thrown their way.
And this is now the final timeout for the Heretics coaches to try to have some of their own input. And we're pretty far away from the finish line. Twice as fast as Paper X.
To
be able to get the win here, and you heard it from Mixwell's mouth earlier on. He said the winner on Sunset is probably going to win the BO3. Now, I think Heretics still has win possibilities on Lotus and Split, but
TH का comeback होगा.
End up getting stomped here. Puts
अभी mini boom मारेगा.
Series for sure.
Really does. Team like Paper X stepping up at the right moments.
I'm out of here.
Here it is, fast. Through with the paranoia. Through into elbow now with the dart. A couple of waves of that util, making sure all of it is clear, but it's given up entirely for the retake. Paper X, look at them, happy for it.
4 second
is really good at retaking too. You have a lot of utility to throw out. Between the Gecko, the KO, and the Paranoias.
Minu Boo से ऊपर वो भी तो है, Benj Fishy वो भी तो मार रहा है.
Can actually fight into that angle still. The chance for the Vi, he's not smoked off at all. No way, drops down. Damage done, but still hits the head. Here, traded forwards, detained into the corner. Left cowering, Forsaken, can't adjust the aim in time. It's good movement from Brians, but he will fall regardless. Man sent flying, cage in his face, something not to be deterred. The molly to set that one up, out through elbow.
Left.
I think Boo just spotted the tip of the operator there.
Now it's been called, a bit of a pause, pump the brakes. Wait, it's out. Smoke online, Mind Freak.
I know exactly.
Guessing it's the right timing, wants to take it with a neural theft. Forwards there. No danger with the mosh pit. Second burst and a neural theft as well, so the position is revealed. The shot fired off, something.
He's so fast.
He's hoping to take a rapid reposition, isn't he? Yeah.
He will have to slow down a little just to check these positions. And the longer he takes, the more Heretics should start to think about different angles. Here, Boo gets smoke over towards A-Link, allows Benji to hold.
He's holding the angle now. It all comes down to this one angle. One fight shot going wide. Repositions back together. Doubled up. There should be no danger in this round. Should be no danger at all. Should be no danger at all, he says still.
And look at something. He knows it's over. Scratching his head, forced to try to save and reposition. Perhaps even a little frustration. I don't know how, but he seems to expect himself to hit shots like that. But it's going to be Heretics getting up to 8. As something escapes with the operator online.
Bro.
There was
something
moments where that could have gone wrong. Another situation, actually, where Minibu is still able to get the entry going. Despite the fact that he's been shot at by an opponent. He's like already so weak by the time he manages to land that kill on Divine. Is that a little nod of respect for how good the entry was, or is he looking at somebody else's kills? Something looking to set up an early peek here, perhaps? Often there's going to be a cam with a paranoia to go off-cam info, but Benji's over towards B this time. Something backs off, didn't like the look of things early on. And Benji's got his cam actually inside Mind Freak's pit. Could end up being useful at some point.
Oh, well. Knife going to be at least taking down all the kit here. Mosh pit held. Ready for some sort of play to punish. Where does it land? Not a clue.
It's for an elbow retake. They're going to throw that in Paranoia, I think, if Monye can get this and get out.
Walks forwards. Not expect him to be up there.
Madness.
I mean, massive gap in the playbook, at least in terms of the timings that he was taking inside his head.
Right here.
Yeah, the fact that there isn't a piece of utility for anybody that could be holding close there, I was really expecting the Paranoia to be coming through, but he just ran it down.
There are large holes, and that knife gives good information. Minimum 2 players tagged up by it. Something's got the op. If they walk onto this line, they could be in danger.
Flash करेंगे.
Do have util. Yeah, underhanded flash forwards. Ult sent flying. Still the shot will connect. Drops Paditek down to his knees. Rebaking Forsaken. You are absolutely nuts for that. He needs some help and he needs it fast. Another shot missed and going wide forwards with the rifles. Claiming the territory, claiming the ground. Slow orb.
3v4.
The options are so damn limited.
Spike
And where the
planted.
hell is this one going? He's out wide into the open. Rians. Peeking into it. Footsteps heard. Another shot missed. Res online here. Wall in their faces. Res now here. Towards the back of it with something going. Down a spray. Just can't be managed. Can't be wrangled. Forward in time. Mindfreak. 2v2. Turns it into it here. Still with the op. Sends him out. Wingman flying. Mindfreak falling. That was the only rifle player. But now the upgrade. At least the Sigray picked up. Something's here. Still. It's a lot to handle. A lot to manage. Doesn't know the positions. Miniboo's playing tucked to really the safety at the back of the side. So yeah, just got to give it up once more. Another round win here for Heretics.
And Boo and Miniboo.
Oh, bro.
They'll give their
Boo and
lives for it
Miniboo.
over towards the end of the round. But both of them played that situation
Boo और
beautifully.
Miniboo खेल गया
It's their duels that end up making the difference. You'll see that Boo was the only player ready to stop them. Here, this duel. Had Devi got that, it's curtains. And Miniboo on the other side held down a really important push from Mindfree. 2 straight up 1v1s, where Boo and Miniboo are holding angles, they get the duel win, and it pushes them across the line with the player advantage. None of the fancy...
रुक जाओ एक मिनट.
brothers playing up against the Boo brothers, you know?
Maybe.
And screaming, Navera, come back.
Yeah.
And we have a tag team.
Perfect word. I mean, as a Santo family, they run deep when it comes to playing video games.
They do.
I've seen the streams of his younger brother.
There is an older Boo brother as well.
Listen, just get them all involved, man. Let's have a family reunion on the big stage.
Yeah. Get Golden Boy to cast it like his WWE.
He would love that.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. He's looking at me, he's nodding. He would love that.
Is that the Sosano brothers music? I mean, it would go crazy. But what a game we've got here. Both of these teams wrestling with each other, trying to figure out the ways to be able to get past different setups. That round, it felt like it should have been a bit of a gimme for Heretics because they were offered that pick at the very beginning, over through elbow, with Monyet just kind of running it down. That's part of a set play, right? But it does make Monyet look a bit silly in the moment. And now the economy, not in a great spot for PaperX. Team Heretics favored to tie this one back up. Absolutely anybody's game on Sunset.
Deep flash. Just walking to set it up with the dart against the back of things. So nobody holding close towards B. Delayed knife. Good info. Surely gathered.
Yeah, and that, I think, is going to cancel the hit.
Everybody's pushed though from PaperX. Look at this.
I think Heretics think this is a B stack. I am not sure they're going to anticipate 3 players being pushed out A here. You know, when it's quiet on B, but you end up getting knifed, and there's a smoke in your face, you think, okay, they're going to start rotating here to stack the site, and it's only really Boo and Benji watching behind. They do have a trip. Things here should be somewhat safe, but they're stuck in B main right now. And the timing.
Push off the angle, finally noise being made. Nade going, flying forward, something. He wins his fight with the duels, at least with the rifles.
मेन से तो
Traded out.
push करो ना मैं
Into the play here with
मेन
45
से push क्यों
seconds
नहीं कर
left.
रहे
What do
भाई?
they choose to do? Forsaken, ADS. Trying to be a bit of a demon with it here. Flash forwards as well, no connection from it. They are really stuck in place, finding it difficult to get through any of their stuns now. Flying and rip forwards with the wall on top of it. The entire team decides it. We're going to take backside, we're going to take it now. Together, brute force is the goal. Going to get that plant down now into the post, and even just stepping forwards into Boba. Devi didn't have a rifle in his hands, but at least Forsaken does still. Looking for the wraparound. Players, plenty of them. ready for the targets here. Heads could pop and heads could come clean off. Still watching and damage low enough. One shot in the chamber, Meunier! Holy! What is that?
That's an unbelievable round. PaperX had them scrambling. Team Heretics just heads on a swivel the entire time. A lack of decisiveness there, I think. The decision had to be made. Do we go and push into the players flanking us? Do we commit to site? All right. In the end, with 35 seconds left, they decided to go towards the site. But even then, once they got over, they didn't commit forwards. They went back towards the site and allowed themselves to get tangled up again.
भाई ढूंढने से पहले उछल रहा था क्या?
That was from the Heretics' point of view.
PRX को आए
Frustration in the camp. That was their opportunity to tie things up at 10-10. They had the economy punished from PaperX, and now it's them coming into the round with Sheriff.
Not thrifty because 2 bot. Oh.
Disaster.
They're gonna need something similar, aren't they?
And what a piece of PaperX magic, just when they needed it. Now, as much as the triple push out of A, despite all of the B presence, did work for them in the previous round, this time there's only Mindfreak home, and if Team Heretics step on the gas here, PaperX are going to have to play retake.
Fully giving it up here, top mid, flash forwards, the rifles! Oh my goodness!
How has that happened?
Sheriff kills, still cleared out! He can't escape with the ult. Looking for it, 3 versus 3 though. There's still that danger there. Backside, again, cool made, walking up for now. Miniboo and Padatek, anything to set this up? No, Yuto, they just want to take it. Raw aim, raw gunfights. Rian's last one forwards. Press the advantage, or at least he thought there was one there. Forsaken shuts that down.
One bot Vandal and one bot Guardian. Okay.
Forsaken did everything he possibly could in that round just to get them up to map point. Had a flash on the first peak.
बताओ OT जाएगा या नहीं?
He's there, the safety net, the
Looks
backbone
like
of the
on
team.
fire.
As he has been all tournament. Yeah. I don't think he was the best player for this team during kickoff, but at Madrid, he's given us that classic Forsaken performance. So consistent and good for the multi-kills in all of these really big rounds. So up to map point, PaperX here, and looking like they want to start the round again with a stack on the A site. Team Heretics might be set up for a fast play themselves.
क्यों PRX पे trust नहीं है?
Util sent flying, offloaded. One yet though. He's deep onto the angle, deep onto the line. Another nade. Don't know if it was a tenor for that particular spot, but still he's there. Fakes the TP. Forwards of a slow orb. They have funneled them now. Team Heretics, they want nothing to do with this area. With the wall down, luckily, player remaining behind just enough to break it.
And Team Heretics, they do that same smoke in mid, and they have options here. Do you try to put some pressure in mid? Do you try to put some pressure market? PaperX playing passively throughout middle of the map, but actually getting a lot of information on the extremities. B main, A main, held by Mindfreak and Devi.
On the precipice now. No casualties, of course, but when it slows down to this, anything could happen. Something, there's no way. Going for walking straight down towards it. Padatek's there, there's a trade. Miniboo, fast on the response. Now forwards to the wall here with the drone. It just fades away and breaks. Forsaken is out wide. Just round the ankles, walking for the mid-round. Is Meunier out into mid, lost. Man's just in the source here. Devi forwards, looks to just reclaim some of that ground here. Maybe a kill might do it, maybe it might, but still Team Heretics are too disciplined. Well drilled, they do not want to let it slip now.
4v1 for Heretics to be able to deny the first of the map points that PaperX have got. This round was so bizarre. PaperX really scrambled by the slower pace.
Ideal कौन है मेरे को अभी तक नहीं पता.
Anybody on the outer wings of the map, grouped up in mid, and just waited for PaperX.
TH fans की reaction देखो. भाई TH.
But what confuses me a little bit,
Europe में ना बहुत मानते हैं Valorant player को.
They knew that nobody was trying to actually take space in A main. You know, after
बहुत
the drone
fans
came
हैं
through,
इनके.
one of them could have broken it, maybe set up some play to gain info afterwards. But they just went for a walk re-clear of mid. Twice. Once with something.
PRX का कुरुनामी बंडल पे बड़ी कितना बढ़िया लग रहा है ना.
So that's a lovely lifeline for Team Heretics to grasp hold of. There are still 2 chances here for PaperX to be able to close out map 1.
Been hammering on about how important this initial map is, you know, to Sunset, one of the best maps for both of these teams. And even Mixwell as well in that halftime interview talking about it. Whoever wins map 1, he reckons will win the entire series. That's just how important it is. You can feel it, tensions are running high here. The new guard versus the old guard. Chances slipping away despite the early beginnings to the series.
Yes, guys, Insta page money follower.
The Paperex have begun stacking the A site at the start of these rounds.
Bhai,
So
itna
if
nahi
this is a
janta
little
main.
faster towards B main, I wouldn't be surprised. But Miniboo's not there, so that entry power.
What's with the timing?
What's going on here?
Cam broken. They want to try and fight this one forward. Seal.
They missed Benji.
They're weaving in and out the smokes. Yeah, this is just a confusing round all in all. Miniboo, he's through market. It's a wall through the window, man. He's already worked his way through and stuns up. Connects. Might break. He's still stunned. Hunter's Fury, though. Connection wide here. Something back into it. It's chaos, man. Pure chaos. But can you expect anything less? Paperex, they thrive in it. Born in it, molded by it. Benji, left to pick up the pieces and maybe forge something out of it, but it's a triple face. You do not stand, you fall against this team.
Defenders win.
And map 1 goes entirely their way.
In classic Paperex.
Jreyx जीत गए भाई 50-50 कह रहा था ना कौन कह रहा था 40
Flash comes through and I think onto Detain
50-50 कौन कह रहा था भाई हेलो 50-50 कौन कह रहा था
and those rounds.
डाउट है क्या Jreyx पे है
Looks like they're in a disadvantage. A couple players in B main stuck inside the smoke. Smite bring Mon yet, and yet their team bails them out.
something finally 3 after long time
Go anywhere, you know you're not going to want to miss it.
तू तो Jreyx fan है ना पूरा Jreyx something Jreyx for second तेरा पूरा तो आईडी इन्हीं के नाम से
Excuse me, would you mind taking a picture of us?
Oh, no problem.
Thanks.
Yes, problem. You need Verizon. Trade in that old thing and get a new iPhone 15 Pro with tons of storage, so you can take all the pics. So many selfies. A preposterous amount of panos! That means panoramic. And as many portraits of me as your heart desires.
How about none?
None, yeah, none feels right.
Trade in any iPhone in iPhone 15 Pro and iPad and Apple Watch SE all on us. Only on Verizon.
क्या 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 पुराना आईफोन देने पे नया आईफोन मिलेगा क्या मेरा ले लो आईफोन 10 और 50-50 भी तेरे लिए एक्सक्यूज है भाई मेरे को पता है लास्ट में Jreyx जीतेगा क्यों बकचोदी करनी अगर तेरे को पहले से पता था जीतेगा तो पहले ही बोलता ना कॉन्फिडेंसली अब क्या 50-50 क्या कॉम के क्या वो दे रहा है क्या कॉम्स दे रहा है कॉम्पी में कि वहाँ हो सकता है अब मेरे को पहले ही पता था बाद में अगर हम मर जाए तो मेरे को पहले ही पता था तो भाई तो यहाँ पे भी सेम बात कर रहा है कॉम्पी में भी सेम बात करता है भाई ये तो सच एक जगह टिक जाएगा अपनी बात पे
Round.
हाँ एक मैप में हाँ एक मैप 2 मैप है अगर आप तो
Spike colocada.
No.
Buena flecha. Todo bien.
Se queda un jugador.
Perdón, so main rain.
Queda un enemigo.
बता इसकी रैंक बता कि क्या रैंक है मैं दिखाता हूँ
Round. No puedo.
Apagando sistemas.
Spike colocada.
No.
Buena flecha. Todo bien.
Se queda un jugador.
Perdón, so main rain.
Queda un enemigo.
रैंक बताओ रैंक I think it's flat. I think it's flat or gold. Because he's praying too much, I guess. Ascendent भी हो सकता है. Desperate transfer था. Okay. Marshall and Ghost.
40, Reyna, walking up to my gun. No, he's not.
Spike planted. Reloading. One enemy remaining.
What the fuck? What the fuck? कैसे मारा भाई इसने? ये फर्स्ट मैप था ना? हाँ.
Walking up to my gun. No, he's not.
Toxin screen down.
On site. Planting.
Spike planted. Reloading. One enemy remaining.
Diamond. Ascendant. Diamond or Ascendant? Diamond. Immortal. सही कह रहा है भाई, इमोर्टल ही मारते हैं सब. इसके सैचल देखना चाह रहा था. डायमंड है वो? नहीं, इमोर्टल है. डायमंड. सबको डायमंड बोलूंगा मैं तो. अरे एनिमी टीम का देखना. डायमंड. गोल्ड. डायमंड था वे. हेलो.
Explosive style out of them. Here though,
Give me 1 minute.
battle, as you heard from Alex.
बोला था डायमंड.
Anyone's game right off rip. It was down to the wire, but in the end, I
ठीक
think
है
the
भाई.
better team won from what we saw. I loved some
कुछ भी भाई.
Gecko. I mean, I think everybody should be
Did
playing.
you love some things, Yusuf?
Yeah, everybody should be playing Gecko the way something
No.
does.
He was barely using his dizzy. He was orbing the majority of the round. He was barely using his utility. He's just shooting them. It's like he could be playing any agent. They're not
इमोर्टल कौन बोला? XT. इमोर्टल उससे पहले वाला था जिसको तूने डायमंड बोला था, वो इमोर्टल था. अब डायमंड दोबारा आया है तो तूने बोला हाँ बोला है डायमंड. टाइम पे बोला, उस टाइम पे तूने नहीं बोला डायमंड. पता नहीं कौन सी वीडियो देखते तू.
Love that. My mind is free.
Yeah. Yes, it is. But listen here, man. The magician pulled one from the hat again here, man. This guy, this guy keeps on impressing. I mean, I've always been a big fan of Mind Freak, so it's good to see him really just continuing to flourish here. But I still cannot believe PaperX pulled off this win. Like, it was looking tragic, Mitch, at certain points in time.
PaperX made the right decision.
अरे भाई, रेस का सैचल स्टार्ट होने से पहले डायमंड बोला था. स्ट्रीम रिवाइंड करना. नहीं, स्ट्रीम रिवाइंड से तेरे मेरे को टेक्स्ट मैसेज थोड़ी रिवाइंड हो जाएंगे.
Hopefully not leaking too much. That Mind Freak was always on the chopping block with the one other player. Every time they made a decision, it was do we drop this player or Mind Freak? And every single time, Mind Freak survived. And now he's grown into this player that's recognized as one of the best in the world. And we said it was a close game all the way. Well, he certainly pulled it through in a couple of those rounds, like the high-speed moment.
टेक्स्ट रिप्लाई का रिवाइंड होगा ना?
You know, everyone's got a frog in their throat apparently today, but
Bro, नहीं होता ऐसे. पहली बात
for map number 2, Mika standing by.
नहीं होता ऐसे.
Hey guys, I'm standing right now with Nilzinho from Team Heretics. Nilzinho, give us a preview. What did you tell the boys in order to get their mental back into the game, especially after that map 1, and get them ready for Lotus?
ऑलरेडी पहले देगा. चीटर तो है.
I think the boys are feeling.
अबे ये क्या था? कौन सी स्क्रीन दिखाई थी इन लोगों ने?
The reason we lost that was our fundamentals just went out the window, and you do that again against a team like PaperX, they're going to pick you apart. So it was a very harsh reminder of to get our fundamentals back and listen to Boo, because he kind of lost control there because everyone's doing their own thing. They're running around taking aim fights, and our macro just completely, it was abandoned. So that's why we lost the attack. And we're going to change that for Lotus. So.
Well, the crowd's on your side, so let's see if Team Heretics can make a comeback.
I think Neil's on the money there. For most of that map, it seemed
तो
like
अभी वहाँ खड़ा हुआ था एकदम से जाके बैठ भी गया. ये तो वो पावर रेंजर हो रहा है.
that we always expect from them. But
Paper X everywhere that they wanted him to be.
Absolutely, but like Josh was mentioning on the cast, once you give this Paper X team space, or once you give them opportunities, they will push all the way through. They will shut you down. They make it so much harder to go for that set, honest Valorant that Team Heretics have really perfected through this season thus far, and that puts them in a brutal position now. GB heading into Lotus, a map away from elimination for this team who we were just talking about is one of the best in the tournament with that close descent.
Which is honestly mind-blowing to think about. W Gaming truly living and breathing here in that first map. But the thing is, though, is that you got to put that first map aside.
W
You
Gaming.
got to focus on map 2 Lotus, and we'll see what we end up getting as far as the agents are concerned here. Don't really expect too much shenanigans, but I think ultimately this is really just a Heretics team that now is going to be feeling the heat on that stage.
Absolutely, and we mentioned Mind Freak a lot. His Viper is good, his Omen is even better, and we expect him to be switching over to that here on Lotus, having already fired off on all cylinders. I think he's about to add another one. This could be dangerous for Heretics, because I've seen the side of Paper X snowball before, and I'm starting to feel it this time.
Yeah, and it was a close game that Heretics lost on this map against Sentinels. I think their biggest issues on their defense was that Sentinels was fighting forward into smokes, getting ahead of their retakes and really punishing them. But it has been a stronghold map for this squad for quite a while. Looking at the agents right now, thankfully, something flying Jet. I don't like a double duelist comp.
I was going to
love
ask you
that for
about
Paper X.
I was going to ask you about the double duelist. What do you make of that, Mitch?
I certainly prefer the Jet over Arena, which is what he's been running before. Although, considering that it is something, again, he's one of those players that could make the argument for it. But I think this composition, it could allow them to go back to that dive that they're so goddamn good at. The pressure is going to be applied.
Mind Freak को देखा जाए तो कंट्रोलर ही खेलता है.
You're sacrificing the Viper, so on your attacking side, you tend to be a lot more telegraphed on these hits, and you're sacrificing that second initiator, which
Something का जेट देखना. भाई क्या ही मारेगा.
All I know is this joint's going to be insane, and I just want to jump back into it. Let's see if we get a map 3. Friend Sideshow, you take it away from me.
Exciting one here for Lotus, isn't it? My goodness, a lot on the line in this elimination game. Heretics, with their backs against the wall. Listen, the crowd might be behind them, but listen, all the sport in the world sometimes can withstand against the W key, which Paper X.
Something को देखते ही मैंने खेलना शुरू किया था. बढ़िया.
So when we saw Heretics play against Sentinels, Neil talked to them after map 1, map 2, they came out destroyed. Have Heretics tightened up those fundamental plays?
What they felt like was missing here. One-way smoke boot. Just tucks himself behind. Got plenty of backup right behind him now, but Paper X, I don't like the sight of it.
They do not like it. As soon as that one-way was put down, they're like, nah, we are not going down. A very greedy turret there, being placed by Benji, letting them know if anybody's over towards A at all.
They don't care about a util either, disrespecting it. Alarm bot triggered. I mean, listen, not even worried about the protocols for clearing through tree. They're only just doing it now.
Yeah. And I'm a little bit... Oh, here we go. They're going for an aggressive post plan as well.
Trip broken immediately, one way up through. So Nate set this up as soon as the first wave is going to be sent flying from Heretics.
Heretics played every single defense round on Sunset as a retake.
I'm all going stairs.
And doing the same again here.
They're all going stairs. I don't think Paper X are ready for this one at all. Look at this. They have to try and fight them forwards. Detached by something. Damage done. Look at that. No kills collected. It's all being built up in the feed. A full of green. And greedy maybe perhaps is what you would describe it for Paper X. Trying to play that.
Bye. Something ने dash मारा.
Heretics. Most of the top teams that we see play do put the pressure over towards Heaven. If you think back to how Sentinels play the post plant setups as well, same one way, a duelist in position up towards there, somebody playing pit. I mean, usually there's going to be a pretty heavy denial in that area. And Rians just wanders in. Yep. I mean, he has such a free sight based on the utility that they throw from tree. And yeah, Alex, head in hands there at the gap that's developed.
Alex is not happy.
And remember, last time we saw Paper X invest into this kind of round. They went for some kind of force after losing the follow-up, but deciding not to go for a force buy here.
Whoa, chances there.
Yeah, very risky timing to go for.
That's why I stopped you.
You got to be worried on timings like that.
All down. Marshall in the hands of something. Important pistol round though for Heretics 2 of 1. Didn't end up winning any of them in that prior map. It's part of the reason why Paperex were able to take it. You know they were losing in some of the other metrics.
Cover going out.
Okay, hell of a kill.
Yeah, that's just a peek from Paddytech, punished.
Trailblazer spotted that, so Benji, he's noted. He is going to be playing onto that corner, 62 health. Won't go down to a single shot of the Sheriff, but the Marshal might do it. Has to back away from this, surely. Still, tucks himself, but now backing away, respecting with a flash in his face. Out over the top, crouching and praying. You don't get your head taken off.
Another retake round for Heretics. Every single defense round in this match so far.
Line up. Line up.
For it. Mosh pit. We're going to be landing towards the back of the side as a flash forwards. Miniboo's already there. Smokes cutting up all the available angles. Mind Freak Sheriff still not dissuaded. Beautiful flash. Forsaken. He's called himself 2. 93 health though. He's working with a bit of a disadvantage. Spike. Over the top. Unreal. Expecting the movement. Predicted with almost ease and finesse. And it's just a repeat of that first map, except on the other side of things. Paperex winning the eco.
I think the big read there is that he doesn't go to try to break the wingman immediately.
Yeah.
And so Rians just thinks that he's not facing the wingman at all. Completely misunderstanding where Forsaken was repositioned to. And that's
cerebral stuff, man.
But I mean, that's devastating for Heretics again. Neilzinho is going to be screaming.
Fans are too, apparently. Here we are. Exchange of the util. Skirmish time. Paranoia. Flying.
Stun misses.
Stun missing. Classics. Still want to take it with the rifles. There's a lot of danger here, but okay. Might just be able to bail themselves out. Benji forwards into corner. Locked down. Something. With something. It's going to be handy with the guns in his hands. Doesn't matter what he's got.
Couple weak players, but a 1v3 for Paddy to try to take when he's only got that Heretics classic.
Yeah, just going to be watching for the smokes and Mind Freak. Just down. Any available options, any weaknesses there.
And so, again, Brent, I mean, this is actually the first round where we see Heretics not playing for the retake, right? They're actually fighting over
roll XP, roll मतलब क्या होता है?
Because in most of these
roll
rounds, they are
XP क्यों?
just giving Paperex the plant.
मेरा पेट
I don't think that that's a feasible way of being able to play 100% of the time. Doesn't matter how good your retakes are, you're not going to win them all. Yeah. You're going to give Paperex too many advantages with the clock on their side once they get the spike down. And their positioning, able to adjust.
Rolly.
See what they end up doing here. Ult starting to get online. Seekers could be potentially large.
Rolly, acha.
Yeah, he uses the smoke to cross here. There are many players waiting for this, but he has the dash to get himself out of there. Disengages, forwards. It's a call going to be made here by Forsaken, using the Seekers now on top of him. Molly at the feet there through the door. Paddytech, a few stray bullets. Monyet was fast through with that satchel. One more, 2 hands. Going to be using it to try and cut himself up onto the gap, but this is a good call by Heretics, or at least it was. Topple in the end. Two of them just trying to fight the one section of the site. Now backside control. Game for Monyet, but he is alone. Wingman down and out here, just spamming randomly with the bullets going all over the place. Mini boot doesn't stand a chance of getting that trade.
And if Neilzinho was worried about the fundamentals, again, he is not going to be impressed in that situation. Wingman goes out to clear one side of it. Miniboo still has slide available. They don't go for a double push through the smoke to try to make sure they can trade anybody who might be playing over towards the pit or the box. Rians just jumps out the smoke on his own.
Discipline is slipping.
It is, and this is one of the biggest things actually that has powered both of the EMEA teams through so much success. And if you can't hold it together when the pressure is on, you aren't going to be able to make it deep in tournaments like this.
It's never been on more than this. Heat up to max, it's elimination. Keep reminding everybody at home because sometimes the format can get confusing. But yeah, that play, I mean, listen, that call to just collapse onto the one section of the site almost goes
एक main से आगे मारा एक back side से मारा.
And Divide finding big value out of playing solo initiator Sky, something that most teams have moved away from. This looks like Miniboo wants to take a timing. He goes for this kind of flash peek, looking to try and take a fight really early on with a smoke. He's normally good for it. He's just been so sharp.
Go for it again. There it is. Plenty more where that came from, Miniboo.
So good.
Yeah, rings true.
But on the other side of the map, Boo tries to find solo over towards Mound, dies. That opens up the C site. and it's only Miniboo that has a rifle online. Look how quick something is to get into position.
Why are we watching a bunch of crazy just here? Surely there's a high-low goal. What is happening over here? Okay.
For apparently no reason, Mindfreak is taking a 1v2 and winning it because he has the rifle and you don't.
Yeah, why not? Rians, by the way, got foul, but okay. Only at the sheriff anyway.
And Miniboo, who opened it up, is now asked to ace in order to close it if there was any chance of being able to win the Thrifty, which it doesn't look like there is.
Your dangerous mind bullshit.
I think a lot of people are going to be thinking to themselves, right, we were just waiting for PaperX to wake up. But they have had some rough tournament showings in the past.
Slow start for 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. But on the other side of things, I feel like a result like this, if it continues spiraling out of control, is gutting for Heretics because they were only a few rounds away. As the
okay,
from putting
I think
Sentinels
safe
in this kind
करेगा
of
अब तो time हो गया ना.
And we saw, if they're having close games against Sentinels, and they were the first team to be able to qualify through the playoffs, they should be able to be considered favorites in a matchup like this, you would think, with the current form of PaperX.
Surely.
But so much of the pressure that PaperX provides, with their willingness to take fights and their pace, is catching Team Heretics off and opening up cracks that other teams have not been able really to exploit.
Yeah. You know, PaperX, public enemy #1 for the armchair analyst. It's already been through that whole spiel, don't get me wrong, because
you
the
get shot.
they play, yeah, you get shot, you die, Mindfreak, classic example, thank you for showing me. And, you know, they don't play Orthodox comps most of the time. This is maybe the closest you can get, but they don't even play double controller here on Lotus.
No.
But it's about the tempo and timings that they take, and the confidence at which they take those fights, and it really does rattle some of these teams if they haven't played against a team like this. And listen, there's not many teams in the EMEA that are going to be playing like PaperX.
And look at the amount of utility that Team Heretics are now conditioned to put into Mount. And PaperX, they're going to start to spiral off in another direction. Benji Fishy has a good retake ultimate here, but he's in a fairly committed position on site. Not completely. How do they want to play this? There are 3 players ready to defend.
Round the back, goes, what's for? 2 players down to the corner. Someone to get away with it. In fact, Forsaken, an attempt to at least grapple some control of the map. He's alone though, doing so. He'll be falling. So, great opening.
नींद आ रही है ऐसे भाई मेरे को. कुछ तो बात कर लो यार.
Played that actually to hard anchor the site and flood defend instead of going for the retake. And I think mixing that up is probably going to be a bit of a win con for them. You don't want to count PaperX out though still in a 3v5.
Smoke propped. Where is Freak off to?
He's taking risks exploring over towards Heaven.
Something with the op! He just peeks into that. I mean, Heretics are playing that with the most discipline, the utmost discipline. 2 players. At least going to be trying to get into the trade this one here forward.
The plans he has it taking place.
And now with a lockdown placed down, it's all orchestrated in time. Something seemed to go for
It's
ridiculous.
He started.
Still
Studies.
to his back here. Plenty of players now rushing into it. Entertainment forwards. Miniboo taking a fight, and it is galvanizing, sticking onto the defuse, but a stray shot found. Half though.
Well, they should really
One and out. Miniboo. What a time to come alive.
मत सो हम तुम्हें नींद आ रहा. नींद आ रही है. को भी आ रही है.
Almost thrown away. Heretics were up in a 5v3. Mindfreak went wandering out through Heaven. He caught Boo, and something was producing magic with the operator on site. The first kill, he finds the timing, but the second kill, Benji knows he's there.
Oh! It's a jump spot as far as Jiggle to bait out the initial shot, and Miniboo, he saves the day.
It's this final one, to me, that's almost the most impressive of it, because he has to react to Divide being there and hit the headshot. So now we see more of this rubble pressure as we get into the round.
We are in the thick of things.
Yep, something dashed out, already burnt that. Looking to try to take an operator shot early. So Heretics have made this adjustment on the defense side. We are going to control rubble, even if it costs us the Mosh and the Dizzy at the beginning of the round. We are just going to invest those. But I do like the way that Miniboo is rotating instantly after going for that stun at the start of the round. So they just make it feel like there's 3 players over towards A, and they still have the Neon ready to go for a push like this.
What's a call? Face it down with the smoke. Shot going wide there for something. Looking out with his life, or does he want to go for seconds? You can never really tell. Deep up position as Boo gets spotted. Doesn't look like it. Yep, Munya's right behind him. There's no protocols in place for this one, and he's playing it patiently, really waiting it out. Could be a risk being played, but no, he's just lined it up for the 2, and they are beamed down. No chance with the spike dropped at his feet. Lovely gift, just granted to him.
Bro, what is happening?
Not using the dog to try to check up top, not thinking about that. Something, despite getting the pick on Miniboo, is going to get cleaned up by that.
Bro, Miniboo.
That's one you do not see that very often. Teams not thinking about clearing top of rubble. Instant hit at the red button there. Alex, slam on the desk. Accidentally hit the timeout button. But I mean, when you see situations like that, you do have to remind your team what's going on a little bit. And on top of that too, I really feel like the way that Team Heretics are playing their defense macro is working here. That's another thing that Neil Zenio pointed out in what was a fantastically articulate coach interview, where he said, yeah, our fundamentals are missing, but also Boo lost control of the macro because everybody else is so frantic trying to take their own fights. And you need, a team like this in particular, needs one central idea. Yeah, maybe you can leave it to the decentralized nervous system of PaperX.
Private करने पड़ेगी ये भी.
You can let those other teams run a democracy of IGLs all meeting together in Athens to decide where they want to hit the site. But for Heretics, they need a hierarchy. They need a leadership figure that's going to put them all on the same path. And I think their game plan for the macro defense here is really good. They put pressure early towards rubble. You're going to see it again here, I bet. You know, a stun, a smoke, the mosh being used as well as a dizzy. Rians picks up the dizzy. Miniboo is already booking it over to C, expecting a reaction on the other side of the map. And you know, if PaperX decide to fight, Miniboo will stay.
Careful.
And this time, it looks like they want to fight with the showstopper. Heretics might have to be a little worried.
Divine with the Odin spam as well. It's going to be spamming a potential angle as well that they're going to cross themselves into. Here it is. Colliding, clashing. Battle lines drawn. Rockets sent. Fly. No! Denied! And it's Heretics. They reign supreme. Don't you dare step forward towards a rubble. Full territorial control.
But PaperX are not going there again. If that was the round called by Alex, he will have been expecting a very different outcome. How on earth did Monya get so overwhelmed by Miniboo? Every time I watch Miniboo play the Neon, I am outrageously impressed at what he does. He somehow managed to dodge, duck, dip, weave his way. Lovely pushing there off the back of the paranoia. He slides underneath Monya, shoots him.
One enemy remaining.
Right in the perineum.
Go back again! Go back again, You're getting glimpses there, potentially just a comp getting outvalued. I mean, you don't have the same tools to try and take a pound for pound fight.
बाप man, जल्दी करो.
And now Heretics without their back pocket, look at the condition again.
मैं इनसे नहीं कह रहा, मेरे को अपने आप से नींद आ रही है, मेरे को पता नहीं क्यों.
They're in through B. Lambot, it's going into a completely different direction. Not sure what happened there with it. You're holding util into your hands. Paranoia forwards. Boombot though, he's still target. Boo's going out of there.
Boo was concerned about someone pushing even through the Viper wall. That's why he took so long to go for the TP. But it's left PaperX 2v4. And the score tied at 4v4. This comeback from Heretics has been lovely, and it doesn't look like it's showing any signs of slowing down.
Wonderful beginning, especially for the defense side of Lotus.
Certainly.
You keep this this lead, this should be lead, you know, expecting it, and yeah, I mean, inevitable at this point.
There was a chance there. The Forsaken just slipped through and Boo decided to watch something different, but he's on point with it. And PaperX, again, it's these macro ideas that they're now starting to struggle with a little bit. This time, they're like, right, well, we're not going to fight Rubble, but if they're committing 3 players to A at the start of the round, we're going to try and take that early round timing and pounce somewhere else around the map. B seemed like a good idea, but they just weren't able to capitalize. Even with Riens peeking with utility in his hands. Paddy got a very fast response with that snakebite going down. And Monya, the final one left for 10 seconds. Just has his aim in the wrong direction. Heretics take the lead. And frankly, they've already done a spectacular job on their defense. And that's after going 4-1 down.
I need this.
कौन जीतेगा?
Heretics on top of it. It's all looking good.
तेज रखो बेंचो.
Decided to spray with, where he catches Mindfreak. Not quite sure if Mindfreak himself was vulnerable, but there was a snakebite down there to try to put pressure on the players getting in.
Squeeze being put on these Paper X players. What will be the answer? What are we able to see?
मेरे को नींद आ रही है, मैं सो जाएगा इसके बाद.
Getting a move on, getting a bit of a jog on.
तगड़ी आ रही है.
Now activated something. Updraft forwards.
They've beaten Minibu to the site.
Right into it, aren't they? Towards the back of the site now. The turret taken care of. Do they want to seek to try and fight this one? Surely Heretics might have some protocols. Listen to this. Look at this, man. Just straight through the gap. Something glides his way out of there. Plant now down. First kill. Advantage now for them, but Thrash in through. No, broken almost immediately there. And the trip really doing the most to slow it all the way down. Trailblazer now being utilized. Device spots 2 is going to be calling out for his team. Dizzy dealt with. Popped like a balloon straight into the sky here, but now it comes down to the gunfights. And something is unleashed entirely. Sky will not take no for an answer. Ace stolen away, but I don't think they care. It's a round on the board.
And finally, Paper X find that early round timing. Right, they go over towards C at the beginning of this one and create themselves a lovely little angle for something to fight over this one, over the top of the smoke. Great stuff. And don't overstay their welcome either. Bit of anti-synergy, I think, in terms of Rian's utility as he went to try to retake. But Paper X will be super happy about that. They can still make a serious go of this attack half.
Yeah, they certainly can.
Have some coffee and water. I don't have coffee
Keep running it. Apparently
in
it's
my
the Paper
house.
X way.
Right, but this time Paddy is there so early, so there is going to be a vulnerable here.
Yeah, this is the adaptation here. Nana Swarm, vulnerable, applied with the snakebite.
Dash तो बढ़िया है वैसे.
Doubled up, moving towards it. Another flash here. Just spots it as well. Glowing the halo ring around the head. And Benji, Fishy, beautiful with the movement. Offsets it just enough and sets himself up for another one, but still sprayed down. Mini boom! Oh my God! So good with it. Just impeccable stuff. And already anticipating the TP. Mindfreak reclaims the spike. The players, though, have scattered to the winds. They are expecting it towards A, towards B.
And this is where Mindfreak can absolutely freak their minds.
I was hoping you wouldn't say it.
But I mean, the mind games here genuinely are so huge, right?
Yeah.
Everybody on Heretics backs off, anticipating that Omen ult. And Mindfreak's tucked himself down over towards water. He's managed to engineer himself quite a good opportunity to win this.
Yeah, he has.
He will be facing against Mosh, Wingman on Diffuse, Paranoia. So Heretics, these are the players that didn't actually have to flood defense C, so they still have a lot of util.
Shadows traveling.
First layer of it, Mosh, Diffuse.
Okay, planting.
Sticking through, no, 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 no. The bullets do not connect, but he stops it onto half. They still don't claim the kill. What is the call? Paranoia forwards, cuts off the sound cues. Rians, he's just sticking it. He knows he can. That is immaculate stuff by Heretics.
Beautifully done. Playing with the noise cues. And Heretics take themselves into the lead. So now Paper X, from a macro perspective again, Brent, what do you go for? Because you thought the C hit was going to work. You thought you could beat the timing of Minibu getting over to the C site. And instead, it's Patty who runs in to help Benji. And Patty, he just goes in there as a utility sponge.
Oh, yeah.
But it allows everybody else to focus on Patty, and Benji gets that little safe spot to be able to pick up two. Same again, 3 players, control rubble for the defense. Paddy immediately sprints over to try to help Benji, anticipating the C hit. But instead, Paper X, okay, we're gonna go for the late round re-clear over towards rubble.
Making noise over towards C. I mean, it does pull all sorts of players over. Boo, skipping a hop, he has to just try and tuck his head in, and he does, just narrowly avoiding the knives, but he can't avoid the explosives. The bullets follow it.
उनके लिए ले रहा है खरीद रखते हैं.
Way ahead of the curve, that's something.
Did not think anyone was home.
Warcraft will reveal the location of a few of these players now. Still, they set themselves up into the post plan. It's a good position for it, but when you, or at least Mindfreak has decided to play for backside on top of this box. Now, it's unusual, unorthodox.
Last time the retake came from stairs, sorry.
Is again, once more players doubled up. Forsaken will fall. Breaking the util though, back of the site. Removing one, still with the judge in hand. Not enough can be done here. Mindfreak has got so much more to do. Can't do it. Can't withstand it. Pit down. Doesn't cover the defuse entirely.
It's not a good pit.
The sound. Q forwards. Damage! Just about. And half on it, plenty more time as well. So Heretics, that's a 7-5 finish here on the defense side of Lotus. They're going to be more than happy with that.
देखते हैं अटैक में क्या होगा.
So pleased
जिंदा.
with what they've been able to put together.
हाँ खुल गए एकदम से.
4 out of 5 of the rounds for Paper X were right at the start. Team Heretics win the pistol, and Paper X break that, go on a run.
Let's
and somehow Team
go.
Heretics are still able to get back into this.
And yeah, all points
Let's
towards
freaking go.
Heretics' advantage. Well, we know they're going to be happy. Let's find out what the fans think.
Hola, gracias. Estamos aquí con la gente del barco para ver qué opinan del día de hoy porque es increíble. How does it feel to be in front of this crowd in your town supporting your team? ¿Cómo te sientes apoyando a tu equipo en tu ciudad con toda esta gente apoyando a tu equipo?
Solamente tienes que verlo. Hemos venido aquí a demostrar que Heretics va a ser el club más grande del mundo y de la historia, y para eso se necesita una afición a la altura, y creo que en este evento está quedando claro quién es la mejor afición del mundo, porque sobre todo somos el sexto jugador de todos esos 5 jugadores que están ahí, que se están dejando el alma por nuestro escudo y van a levantar Master Madrid en casa representando al mejor país del mundo y al mejor.
भाई ऐसे बोलेगा तो और नहीं लगेगी.
They are here to show the world that they are the best fan base in the world, that this is the best country in the world, and that team is the best team in the world. Solo me queda pedirte una cosa después de estas palabras, y es que puedes animar a esta gente a que le dé la fuerza a Heretics que necesita para ganar este mapa.
Señoras y señores, ¿quiénes somos? Heretics. Creo que con esto ya queda todo demostrado.
Pues eso es todo con la gente del barco. Yo que os lo devuelvo a vosotros los casters. Gracias.
I got most of that.
Oh man, I wish I could speak Spanish. Because that chant was hype.
It was hype. Listen, the fans, but of course, are behind this team.
But I mean, I rolled a perception check there.
Score को something के up and आने वाले हैं.
Yeah, but listen, you know they're excited, you know they're happy.
And they should be. This is a great position for Heretics to be in. Not the fact that they're down 0-1 in maps, obviously, but the fact that they put up 7 on the defense side and looking towards, on the horizon, a split where Paper X looked a little dodgy with an unusual composition. Neil Zenio talk between map 1 and map 2 maybe becoming a thing of legends. We'll have to see if Paper X have got something to say about that, though.
Done wonders for them. Now the Dizzy popped early here.
Pop early here.
Use the stash though in response because they didn't want to get overwhelmed. But
going A.
Rush afterwards.
It's a
mini boo. Wall बनाएगा.
Right? When
Stun करेगा.
over it like that, it makes it feel like there's a big stack over
Stun
towards
करेगा
C.
stun.
And instead, the trap play is Monya hidden in a corner on A. Yeah, and he's about to give away his position.
I think the flashback, he's just opened the door, blinded up, and it's a complete collapse. I mean, listen, could go in either direction. Still, only 2 players left to stand. Withstand that kind of pressure. Boo's already snuck his way through, but he's being watched for. Understanding that fully, Benji, fishy, nade out and wide, but a couple of chances, but no dice, not with the kills here.
That is great. I love that pistol round play from Paper X. Right, when you're on a pistol round and you see utility and presence over towards Mound, you're going to think that the stack is over there. And teams are normally going to play some kind of 1-1-3 on this map. And here, I mean, the frustration from Boo, because he realizes he just wanted straight into that trap play from Paper X.
Important pistol round for Paper X. That's a definite silence across the arena. Madrid not happy.
पानी पे यूज़ लो और क्या कहता है?
Slam dunk for the next round.
Yeah,
but okay, just
drink water.
Slowly re-clearing out towards Mound now. Cam's going to be spotting it. Here we go with the judge. You should be able to absolutely eviscerate. Take your pick, Forsaken.
Oh, Boo ने चाकू मारा.
Knife in the back pocket, shanking the
और सेकंड को चाकू मारा Boo ने.
But he's
चाकू मारने जा रहे थे. Oh, which चाकू मारने जा रहे.
Told the players it's an elimination game. On yet. You realize your tournament life's on the line, buddy. Oh, I love how much fun Paperex have with every game. It is so infectious. I mean, the knife play here makes sense for Boo, right? He knows that there's a play with the judge. Just run out of bullets. That one is just mental.
Oh, Alex is pissed,
Alex is not happy.
Oh, that's so funny.
Alex is not happy. Alex is not happy.
No, you really wouldn't. So, bonus round setup. A lot of util now. An explosion out towards A rubble with the walls across themselves. Up in a counter play. They want to try and fight this wall.
Nice shot,
The
nice shot.
Nailed it with the damage. The nade on top. It's all being overlapped and through and found. So many kills. All flowing. Paperex on fire with it. Benji.
Oh, Benji, bro.
But not enough to withstand the pressure. And oh my. That is a wonderful round to win here for Paperex.
Alex is too serious, XT. हाँ भाई उसकी कोच लाइफ जॉब जो है अगर ये हार गए तो एलिमिनेट हो जाएंगे ना इसलिए चांस नहीं लेना चाहते हैं भाई वो एलिमिनेशन मैच में नाइफ
But they still have quite a lot of tools to go with, and they're willing to fight. They're willing to commit bodies.
Something might be able to just clean up here. Yeah, okay, despite the fact that he was blinded up, goop on his face. Angle played by Forsaken, he's stunned. They don't expect it. They don't expect it, yet they still find the shots. Forsaken, a bit of whiffage in play.
उनकी शेरिफ भाई बहुत कट्टे बहुत बढ़िया है इनके.
Reclaimed a gun, actually. That's a massively important one.
That shot was very close to connecting. Miniboo does only have 125 health. That's going to take some of the damage out of picking up that Phantom, I think. No matter how good your aim is.
Trailblazer sees two. That's a call now for the Paranoid play. It has to be used in response to try and push them back, but they want to push it and re-clear it. Together now, Angles watch. Miniboo, you're the most to do. Maybe you can really stand and deliver the result you're expecting here. That is the danger when you hand this guy a rifle.
He's been so incredible. 15-9, but just winning enormous impact frags.
Cool, calm, and collected with the aim. Hands it over as well. Knows that he's the lowest player. Now he's going to be the bait being played forward. Something!
Yeah, but he got something.
Oh, hopes and dreams dashed to the winds there.
And all of the tension sucked out of the round in a moment. That's the power of the Outlaw.
Alex, imagine he got revenge in that knife.
High pressure.
Alex was tournament का समय टॉक्सिक है उसके बाद चिल है वो. टॉक्सिक कहाँ है भाई वो? अपना काम कर रहा है.
You see Forsaken something using it fairly often. Yeah. Coming into the next round though, full armor on everybody for Heretics. So they're not falling into the trap of ruining their economy, but if they lose this, they're potentially in a death spiral.
Someone watching it. Trying to take a timing there with the shots. He is pretty isolated. What are you doing?
That's mad.
What's going on here?
Hello?
Opens the door. Plenty of players. There's a punish.
Just
snaps onto him.
Oh, that's what he was doing.
Something.
Oh, okay, he was just cheating for a second. Okay, yeah, no, I get it. Okay, Thrash clearance through into the site. They know it's open now, but something towards the back of it again can be cleared. Trade.
Oh, Miniboo trade.
Pesky. Problem into the back of the site. Yeah, 3 players.
Miniboo's pushed up. Has the potential for a 1v1.
Stairs. Heretics are winning their fights at the necessary ones. Rifles in the hands of these players. Locked down through. We're going to be forcing these Paperex players. They've got to take a faster timing in this. There's only 4 seconds. They're going to get detained. Forsaken. There's nowhere to watch.
I mean, to be honest, if he had been detained there, would anyone have even known where he was? Mindfreak opens the door in a 1v3, but it does not look winnable. Thrash goes just to clear out his position too.
Over the top. Hello. Open door. Open sight line.
I mean, he's got
Miniboo को देखो
कितने भागता है. He's already on the flank. Look at it.
Miniboo को देखो भागते हुए आ रहा है पीछे.
Right behind him, so not even going to get the chance to save this rifle, or in all likelihood, there's no way Mindfreak expects it. He doesn't.
Not at all. And how are we about to praise Team Heretics for such a great recovery when the round began by something? Being able to get 2 kills with an Outlaw in a position where you just would not expect somebody to get any. Look at that. Look at that shot. And this one, a bit more of a gimme because Paddytech did swing right into the crosshair. And they got the punish early on. From there, Riens and Miniboo just holding positions, able to pick off both sides of that pincer retake. And Paperex are going to take a timeout here after only losing 1 round.
Bro.
I'm not exactly sure what Alex will have spotted. maybe he didn't like the call for the next round coming up. Maybe he was wanting to adjust the macro a little bit.
Yeah,
thought that
maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe he's just telling something to tone it down.
It's possible.
Stop toggling. It's getting too obvious.
I doubt he'll be telling him that.
No, of course not.
But here we go. There's a lot of tension in this game now, because as much as we are getting, as viewers, rewarded by displays of magnificent individual talent, the tension for Team Heretics in particular is raised. They've only been able to put one round together on their attack side. Normally this map is attack-sided. Yeah. We were talking about how much we favored them going into the next half when they were 7-5 up.
Talking about that tension, palpable in the arena right now. It's like we're back in Sao Paulo.
Yeah. The fans that are here are willing Heretics to make a deep run. They talked about, it seemed fated that Heretics got to Madrid. Nobody was expecting this team to go out 0-2. But if PaperX get another 4 on the board, that is going to be the reality.
Pinged just an outline of A rubble with 4 players stacking. The guns aren't ideal, but they're holding for a refight attempt here. Yeah, and okay, it's baited out. Team Heretics seem to be aware of that fact, and now they are just making a great pilgrimage over towards the other section of the site. The other side, which Forsaken is holding with just a shorty. Benji Fishy going to be familiar with the double pump, but I think they'll be able to navigate it.
The question for Heretics in a more general sense on their attack side is, when PaperX go for an aggressive stack like that, do we try to punish it by playing quick ourselves?
Oh, stunned. Cage! Bullets going wide.
Because I think what you saw there is they add a pause into the round, just in case it's a stack on C. And they're rewarded for it.
Oh yeah, players dropping like flies now.
Benji Fishy, bro.
Evened up in terms of the rounds. Rifle has to be safe for something.
Yeah, he could actually send this one and build up to his ultimate, but he's going to decide to play it a little more cautiously. Not allow the ult cycle on the attack side to start building. PaperX there decided to go for a re-clear of rubble without the neon wall being used. And I think if there's going to be any cue as to where Heretics are fighting at the beginning of the rounds, I would use the neon wall as a really big deciding tell.
Just the indicator.
Yeah, because I really don't think Miniboo's going to be sending it very often from the games that I've watched without there being something behind it. Throws it there as a little victory. Victory wall.
Cuts off some of the sidelines. Will something keep the rifle? Yeah, he will. So
I think they are going to struggle a little bit holding onto this C site if only Forsaken is going to play there. I would imagine. I mean, let's start here. The Cypher's very good against the Neon in general. The Trips are looking to try and find really big value, any kill trip kind of setups. But I think
black screen.
you're going to want to put one of them for some kind of like mid-control info towards another site.
पीछे चल रहे हो क्या तुम?
Just slow and diligent enough to clear common positions.
तुम पीछे चल रहे हो क्या लो?
Interestingly enough, the Trips, I mean, laid down the B side.
Yeah.
Happy with something just holding space towards Mound. He was pre-firing for the Dizzy, but it wasn't sent flying. Turret in the one way. This will give them a good indicator. Has to get broken. And Boo is on a high ground angle. This guy will be able to see the exit across the side if somebody decides to play out of that Mound area. Not quite.
Yeah, the angle just watching the push up.
Yeah.
And I think something's more likely to go for that if Team Heretics put any pressure towards A, but they've been silent on that side of the map.
The Dizzy's there, Paranoia with the stun. I mean, beautiful util. Can't fault that side of Heretics' game. Deeply familiar with it at this point.
But again, Heretics don't go for something quick off the back of it. Once they gather information, they're trying to slow the round down and pick the right side.
अभी नहीं है, अभी ठीक है.
Against a team like PaperX, though, who are happy to gamble, that can be a little
wait
dangerous.
a second. False information, Mindfreak cancels. Did he hear the shots being fired at him? Seekers now through the wall. This is going to be breaking the door. Let's create an opening here, Mindfreak. Might just get
20 seconds, Brent. This is too slow from Heretics.
And yes, still has a nade as well. They want to go to B. They want to go to B. Did they clear the corner? Yes, they do. Aware of it. Trips. Trips, though. Exactly so. Oh, my God. That's precarious. Adjustment. Nasty with the spray. Something is looking beautiful with it. Odin. Spraying potential there with a neuron theft, just pointing out these targets, lighting them up. Can they find it? Still scattered, dashing forwards, at least with the satchel in flame on yet. It's forwards, he wins his fight out. Benji in Rumain, at least a spike is planted for him, but it's a 1v2. 1v2. Nano Swarm, slow it down still. He might have to just hit an absolute worldie. The time pressure, it's against these Paper X players. Monyet sticking, kill, needs to be found, half on it, defuse already gained! And a real chance for Paper X. They land their shots.
Nice game going.
Them anyway in that particular spot, and a lead regained.
Too slow, I think, from Heretics in this round. Trying to split to a site with only 20 seconds left added so much danger. You know, even with Reans being able to pick a Mind Freak there,
incoming.
They're going into a trip setup. Sure, something does hit. An unbelievable 2K there. Outrageous. But just on the balance of things, there was so much danger for them to navigate in that kind of situation. And I do love the way that Paper X played that retake up through heaven, diving Monyet in and swinging behind with an Odin.
Last day, it's the call's made. Gonna hear this U-turn now, Forsaken. Playing up close to the tree. He's got an Odin spam. He's waiting for the door to be popped. Here, pops the cage. Doesn't feel, I didn't even really play that position. That is a kill trip setup on the one side of the site. Stuns. Wrestled through. It's Forsaken in a spot to really punish this kill trip if somebody does walk into it.
I think so. It's from heaven.
But doesn't likely. Trailblazer. Push the players back. Backside control. Now a fight towards Rubber once more, actually, with that flash. Now the thrash.
Can Benji stop these guys?
That's going to be the question. Benji right towards the back there, updraft to avoid at least the detainment, but it doesn't entirely. He's going to be locked up, restricted, restrained. Devi just cashing a bullet straight to the head. The spam by Forsaken. Again, this looks like, just again, an even round for Heretics. Earn themselves up to 10. The call has to be made here, and they will back away, so Paper X giving it up. Back and forth we go.
And Team Heretics, they tie it up 10 to 10. I just want to explain a little bit about how difficult the macro calls are when you play against a team like Paper X. We've seen
Rolling noob bro. वो noob थोड़ी है भाई. Hello.
Figure out what the setup looks like and then try to slow the round down enough to make sure they're making the right call. This round they decide, well, Paper X are just kind of rotating around the map to figure out where we are in gambling. So let's just send it A. Let's increase the pace. Let's not bother with these slower pace rounds. And let's just try to overwhelm them and hope that they're not 4-stacking A for some random reason. And this time, the stack isn't there. They get in onto the A site. Everything goes cleanly. Can you imagine if they ran that and Paper X just decided to fight Rubble there? Would have been a totally different situation. And now Paper X going for the mound presence. So once more, Heretics looking pretty good with this Rubble control.
Second Odin, this time I don't think he's going to be pushed back so easily. Here's it, door switched. Oh my god, the guns! Running the gun, it does not win it out. Knives in the face of Benji Fishy, couple in the chest.
And that's big, that's big. Benji shut down both of the duelists in the previous round when they went for that flank. So now Team Heretics have to either push forwards, get control somewhere else, or set somebody else up to watch behind.
Might be their aim.
One life.
Back into 100. Doubled up position, holding in the pit. Boo is low though. It's like Breeze might just topple him over. Here we go, a rapid offense approach into it, not clearing the corner, not expecting it. They're really only just spotting the one. They're not going to expect the second, surely not here. Through into tree, Satchel back and away. Boo, again, as I said, he's low enough, still wins his fight, and Heretics regaining that lead.
Bye, 1 HP. 1 HP, Boo, bye. One shot.
Post plan set up there with 2 in pit. A little bait and switch, taking that space forwards on the site instead of all getting stuck inside.
Paper
X didn't send anyone heaven. They all went through stairs or through into sight. Nobody going heaven to try to clear out pit. And once again, Boo finds a really important duel against Monyet.
Everything being invested into this round. You can see it already. It's a C-take with a util.
Monyet's in position to break a lockdown.
Team into the back. He sticks it. He sticks it. Boo is in so much danger. That's a rifle given up. Judge close quarters. Into the action once more. It's the C. Trips. Not quite dealt with. Moshpit as well. Pushes them back and away. Surely you break this. Surely you break this, and you do. Spike. Not planted.
And now that Monyet's dead, Benji can go for the lockdown.
Do just that. Drops it down. It's necessary at this point. Paper X seeking to try and gain an advantage, seeking to try and take the fights before they're set up and ready. They're the ones getting punished. 2 still left standing.
Welcome to
do with the guns? What can I do with the guns into the pit?
If PaperX manage to find some angles that work for them, perhaps they can get lucky. Benji would die to just some random blasts in there.
Yeah, and the Judge might be the perfect gun for the job, to be honest with you. Glides up, close, forwards, here, can't land it, can't snap and adjust it. Mind Freak, spamming away. It's a beautiful pit as well, it covers every single possibility. And even just trying to save the operator, Benji.
ओए बेंजी भाई क्या खेल रहा है थर्ड मैप अरे टाइमिंग डिप है समथिंग तो पीछे चल रहा है क्या थोड़ा आई थिंक स्ट्रीम से थोड़ा पीछे चल रहा है तो
And instead, you saw him lose a duel to Boo, trying to retake that position over towards Tree, and in this round, doesn't find the timing to use his showstopper, when it would have been game-altering, and propelled his team forwards.
The money dire now for PaperX. Turning point in the
I'm
map.
back.
This round right here. Guardian purchases. Here in the setup, push back, doesn't activate the dash. He's really going to try and overstay his welcome potentially. Looks to get rid of that terribly. Can't. There it is. Finds it. Heretics are going to be throwing a bit of caution into the mix here, I think. They're worried about the showstopper that Munier's holding in his back pocket.
Yeah, the more time they tick off the clock, though, it could be a round-winning play. You know, if they end up going for a hit with 25 seconds left, Moniet's in the right position, it's game over. Throughout this all as well, Rien's is attack side opping. I assume he has a rifle there too. It's just that they want to hold this really slow pace. Normally teams will start moving at about the minute mark, which is just past. You see Heretics take a little bit of rebel control, starting to group up. Rien's ultimate here could be huge.
To Moniet though. Cross-section with the walls.
And the time is ticking.
They're backing away.
Something is still at Mound. They've never dealt with this.
40 seconds.
This is the problem with playing so passively. They haven't taken any map control. They haven't forced PaperX back. At least Moniet is on the other side of the map, but something is right here.
Slazadash too. Here it is, head found, popped, right off. Where's the next one? Won't get it, but still he evacuates. He's out of there. Buy some time for the rest of his team. Thrash will try and lay the groundwork, at least a bit of pavement for this team to follow through. At least walk up back onto entertainment. Not there, updraft forwards. Mini boot in the danger zone, 12 seconds left. Where is this plant and is it coming online at any time soon? They're choosing. They want to try and push all the way through. Moniet to the back wall. 5 seconds, no way, everybody's fallen. Time, they get it with kills.
What the fuck?
Continuation, extension of play. Heretics not willing to go out so early.
This match deserves a map 3, and we will be headed to split. How have they managed to pull that round? Of all of them,
मैंने पैसा तो लगाया नहीं.
baiting PaperX into going for the denial of the plant and getting the punish down.
पैसा लगाना चाहिए था ना.
Showstopper just threaded the needle through to nowhere.
Absolutely insane stuff. Well, guess what? One more map to go. Elimination on the line. PaperX or Heretics.
Wait, what's that
PaperX or Heretics. Who will we be sending home?
Split.
Finding out after this.
Wait. No, maybe Icebox. Maybe Ice. I don't know. But. Hey, B.
Triple duelist?
Oh,
Paper X again?
They're not gonna do it again. They're not gonna do it again.
No way, right?
They have to, bro. Nah, they're not gonna do it again, right? Nope.
Okay. Going. Wait for green. अबे मैंने पलक झपकाए वैसे हो गया. गया यार क्यों यार तीसरा मैच देखना पड़ेगा. अबे भाई मेरा रिएक्शन टाइम इतना कम हो गया। दफा कर। Eight.
Kara, when will duelists come to the site? उससे नहीं पता क्या मैं कैसा duelist हूँ?
अल्ट है तेरे पे।
Right.
Agent select.
देखियो कितना टाइम। Again, one more time. Try again.
What an incredible final round that was. I thought Meunier was going to blow them up with a rocket. It turns out nothing happened. That was nuts.
Absolutely incredible stuff. Heretics cannot lose in front of this crowd. They come out and look incredible here on Lotus. I think playing up against the PaperX, who they have something, playing the best map we've seen from him this tournament thus far. But the man of the match was absolutely Mini Boo. Neon. I've really never seen anything else like it. It looks like he's in the Matrix. Every time he's sliding into one of these forward plays, he's just so precise at avoiding utility and isolating these kills.
Well, this is the thing, you know, Mini Boo, you might even look at the kills there and see Benji Fish, he ends up with more kills than him, but it's the way Mini Boo's doing it. It's the impact of those opening kills when you're sliding into angles, when you're taking this map control for your squad. And as you can see there, securing it by not only getting onto a site, but then continuing the aggression further into their spawn. You know, we talk a lot about PaperX
last round lucky tha bhai,
but still a squad that has that identity as being able to come out, like GB says, and punch you in the mouth. But here, it looks like they weren't able to match up pound for pound on Lotus.
Just look at his movement. This guy is he's incredible at this agent. No one else in this tournament is playing Neon, and there's a reason, because I think mechanically Neon is the hardest agent you can play in Valorant, and he executes it so well. Beyond just being a fragger and setting up these plays, his stunts are also so incredibly impactful on their defense, stalling out these hits, preventing swings and trades from PaperX. It really is such an incredible agent that Heretics build around incredibly well.
Yeah, it really feels like he's playing a completely different game. Like, I'm just blown away by how Mini Boo can take an agent that no one else is really using to great effect and own it. Own it like a champ. That stuff right there, that's the stuff of legend though. But let's actually go ahead and check out our HyperX reflex of the day. Of course, we gotta show some love to the other side of the field. Gotta show some love to something. He's always gonna do some silliness though, right? And Mitch, you know, again, you're really gonna be looking for this output from something, especially going into map 3.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Especially if he pulls the Gecko back out. That's when I'd be excited. But this is absolutely beautiful. Even in slow motion, it looks a little bit too quick. He's jumping around, gaining advantages on top of boxes to close out that round, and gave PaperX a heartbeat towards the end of the game. That could have carried them across the line. This time, a little shy.
Yeah, this was honestly not a terrible map from PaperX. The players like something were going really, really strong. And on top of that, they had some great ideas. Their pistol round in the second half in particular really impressed me. This team is showing that, well, not everything is ready. They're not in their final form yet. They still do have a lot of these preset ideas prepped up that they've executed on quite well, which is part of the reason it's so different. difficult. And here's that round in question, right? They're instantly pressuring towards C, making it look like there's more pressure on that side. Heretics is drawn into this A site, and guess what? Massive stack ready to go here. A trap play set up with the paranoia, the flash, and the nade all coming out in conjunction. Heretics can get ahead on these calls and execute these set plays. They have the individuals to absolutely shut
Minimum mera alternate
some great moments from them, and just really impressive that Heretics are still taking us to a third despite rounds like that.
Yeah, absolutely, because it wasn't just used there in the pistol, right? We saw the follow-up again, I think 2 rounds later, where this squad is trying to push out and take control over Mound, and you see this constant bombardment, not just the paranoia, not just the sky flash, but the nade as well. The door open for a player to take a fight inside of it. It's so difficult to deal with that many players and that much utility coming your way so early on in the round.
We're going to split now, and you got to be worried for PaperX, because this map did not look good for them the other day, right? When they were playing up against EDG, they were constantly leaving space on these flanks. How Dong was using the A ramp control when PaperX was on
पापा चार्जर छुपा के रख देंगे जेरी नींद आ रहा है अभी सोच रहा हूँ सोना नहीं चाहिए मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा अभी
really lacks active info because you have no initiator to make those re-clears easier.
I'm actually kind of curious to see what we're going to get out of Heretics here as we jump into this one as well. There's just really, like, I think at this point now we have it's a BO1. You got to shake it off, right? Heretics certainly riding that high coming out of that last game. But with PaperX, what we've seen, even when we were looking at those pistols, even when you think like, oh man, PaperX licking their wounds, they will find a way to get right back in it. So Heretics can't let them back in.
Well, you know, one of my concerns is that Heretics barely made it across the line in that one. And then you look at Split, a map that they played up against KC, they beat them, and when it came back to it, KC had them figured out. They demolished them. You mentioned the EDG game. I think it was a 13-9 loss for their opponents. Well, PaperX looked a little better because Heretics was 13-5 loss. Agent select in and
PaperX, I'm happy to see this. They're reinventing the comp a little bit, switching Divide on to a initiator here, the Sky, instead of what was previously basically that third duelist in the mix. So they still don't have a Sentinel, but their re-clears are going to be a lot stronger on defense, and they're going to have a lot more utility behind the 1-2 punch of Something and Forsaken. This comp will play a lot more similar to what we've seen previously in this series with these double duelist comps.
I kind of like this. At the same time, you know, Forsaken when it comes to a Yoru can be super interesting, but I think the problem with Split is you're much more boxed in terms of what you can do. There's not as many open avenues and not as much space for you to sneak that gate.
Forsaken Yoru खेलता ना भाई bro रेस के लिए पूछ के आता है उससे भी
international events before. If they could do it here on Split, what a moment it would be for the Spanish organization.
You're so right, Mimi. This is a massive moment here for Heretics to win in front of this crowd, but PaperX can leave them silent. Let's send it back over to Brennan Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Let's get to it, man. Elimination game as it's already been set up, and we set our sights to Split. Now, I was anticipating, we've had some silly rounds, don't get me wrong, but I was anticipating something a little bit sillier, maybe PaperX throw in that triple duelist once more. Hasn't been the case, though. Going back to something that's a bit more, I mean, tried and tested, to put it lightly.
Yeah. And it reminds me of Alex's arrival quote when he came today. He said, W Gaming is 2023. So we've got to figure something out for this year. And this really feels like Madrid has been an evolution process of PaperX, trying to figure out their identity, struggling to reinvent themselves.
skip जाए भाई हाय भाई हेलो अगर PaperX आ रहा तो मैं नहीं देख रहा
Straight up through, look at that, smoke to cut off the
खेल रहा आ जा वेल खेलेगा नहीं I'm not playing, I'm just watching.
Just looking for the hard lurk player, but I think PaperX's comp won't have as much of a hard lurk.
They're in backside. Looks like they want to try and take a fight.
Paranoia.
It's Paranoia. Off of whose contact? Something's here. Let loose, let rip. Boo hits the deck. Now there's plenty more players just trying to scoop up and vacuum back up that space. Heretics are worried about it.
They're using the flash there to stop the trade, not to set up the kill. Hyper confident that Something's going to win the duel.
Now
just we will see.
Forsaken!
Forsaken!
It's another immaculate pistol round from PaperX. These pistol rounds and the thrifties, the low buys in general, have been really solid for PaperX.
It's been the major win gun for them, man.
इनमें से कौन कितने जीत
These maps have been so closely contested.
एक जीत चुके हैं दोनों. Best of 3 चल रहा है. Last है अभी.
Forsaken even going for the shorty in this round. just so that he can set up a play like that. So good.
How are you, by the way?
Another
He
round where Team
देगा.
Heretics
I don't
were
know.
very much playing for the retake. They went for that early round
कोई भी
aggression
जीत
into
सकता है, I
the
guess.
opposite side of the map,
दोनों best team
kind
है.
of funneling PaperX into the B hit so that they could play retake, and it ended up just getting crushed by post-plant aggression. Got to be wary of that. Something is on a heater so far.
It's popping off. Stack though. Nade. Stun. Flooding back in. Lines it up, but Boo was able to just at least capitalize from the back lines. Forwards is the position of Rians. Round and around. Found once more for Boo. But that classic.
Boo again.
3 versus 3. They haven't given up over of the weapons though. They've been dropped down, not really reclaimable.
And I think that might end up being the difference.
Sky gold है Jerry. We have chances.
Okay.
Oh, very close on that.
अच्छा.
Paranoia, forwards. Just clipping the side of the head with the wall taking most of the damage. Something, this guy is feeling it. He's on one. 4 kills against the Eco, farming up towards the Blade Storm.
Yeah, and that's amazing because Monyet and Forsaken both didn't really invest into that round. They can start to buy. Something's getting close to the Blade Storm too. And this has got real power on the bonus round.
Bonus.
And I think this is what, again, like you said, Brett, one of the biggest reasons why PaperX have been able to make this a really close series so far. Putting a lot of pressure on Heretics when Heretics have looked better in the gun rounds.
Yeah. Looking
XD.
a bit like a library right now in the arena, but a bonus round might just turn the frowns upside down for a lot of the fans.
Benji is hiding in this corner.
Oh my! Through, hiding into the corner, but what can he really do? There's a cage, just to play anti-flash position. Nasty, nasty adjustment. Snaps upwards, they don't know where he is.
Again.
Hunt him down. Lost anything.
And something did not even try to get the trade. He went for a react play into heaven.
He's in heaven. Camped, tagged up.
Fuck.
That's wild.
Teabag है
That is
उसने.
wild.
Teabag था क्या उसने? Shoot किया ना उसने body पे.
You expect, I would say, 100% of the time.
Benji Fishy. That's why he's got.
To make sure you deal with that troublesome player.
देखा headshot क्या हमारा.
Get one there and then just get shot in the back. And instead he gets 3.
Follow up. But my God, what a time to really shine.
What the fuck? Sit down, sit down.
I'm so good. Yo, sit down. But I got to agree.
Arrests.
Benji's been a
cyber sneaky game पे.
Oh, again, you anticipate anything else other than it, Mini Boo. He holds it down, rooted in place at times, but just finds that kill against his adversary.
Another player who's just been phenomenal individually for Heretics. They've had the firepower today to be able to go toe-to-toe with PaperX. It's just about being able to, you know, get the really important rounds across the line.
Ball fades, spots it, one player, stun. Fault line to re-peek. Flash through around the back.
And a re-clear. Something can tell the rest of his team there that clearly there's a stack over towards B Heaven if they're going to make a play like that.
Strips. Disgusting one out towards Heaven. That's to punish a player who might be just trying to updraft, satchel their way up through main into that spot.
And that's a classic play that something will go for. What a re-clear. Beautiful read.
Timing could not have been better. Now it's left up to just a few stragglers, PaperX players. This movement at least the tip. Tap! Not enough! Benji! Precision
30 seconds left.
on display.
पर something का starting पे अच्छा था.
Dare set your sights or your feet whatsoever near his side.
By again 4K.
Is on one.
पहले भी 4K फिर दोबारा 4K.
He looks amazing. I mean, he must have gone for the pop-off after that round too. If he's already calling himself, I don't know, what word did he use? Great coded? I don't care. Throw
Again
all the
for
superlatives
Gatsby.
out there. He is giving it.
Fuel to the fire here for Heretics. It wasn't already there. Silencing them. Look at that. Getting cheeky with it.
But he is looking monstrous over here.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the trip being broken sets up the re-clear.
Mini Boo.
He set the crowd off.
Well deserved, but early. This is the final map between both of these teams. Everything's on the line. To think that a couple rounds like that are going to rattle PaperX, even in a crowd like this, oh, you would be sorely mistaken. These are tried and tested players who've been able to get it done before with everything against them. And sure, there are other reasons why you might want to doubt them over here on Split. Their first time picking up, this composition after a while playing the triple duelist. But still, Heretics are showcasing they have a system that works. One of the downsides, actually, of Team Heretics' composition is that they don't have an info initiator. But if they can find good timings to flash re-clear areas, and PaperX fall into it like they did in the previous round, well, that's not a weakness anymore. Suddenly it's a strength.
Back at a timeout. Looks like the call's been made. Guess what? Looking like they might have wanted to send it, but no, just pausing here in the camp. Up above, oh my.
Just some well-timed spam there based on the wall going up.
Camera taken out.
Benji's in the same spot again. Doesn't care.
Yeah, by all metrics, I mean, that should be just a 1 and done. But the man's been making it a 3 and done.
It's also really good because it pulls people onto really deep, committed angles that the rest of your team can play off.
Nade, fault line.
This is
down.
This is dangerous actually for Paddy.
Giving up heavy control. Benji though still, guess what, same spot here. Yeah, not really with the guns though. The flashing is good and the connection! He maintains his composure. Locking it down and through with the riflesman, yet not too much more you can do.
Even with Riens blinding the bejesus out of Benji there, he still manages to deliver in that position.
अंधा होके भी लग गया वहाँ भैंचोद। दूसरी बार है इसका जो अंधे होके भी मार दिया इसने। लोटस में भी मारा था इसने। लोटस था कौन सा मैप था जो पहला वाला? Sunset, हाँ।
And Riens is sending those flashes so that he can play off the back of it too, right? He's playing himself into the spot.
I'm so sad here.
इसने ही फ्लैश किया था वे।
But yeah, something to clean up slightly. Early ramp at the beginning of this round. And this is the first time where we've seen PaperX,
Hit off rack करना।
I can remember, play very spread across the map. They're fighting for both sides of the map at the same time. A ramp and B main.
Control of both of them.
I can't believe Benji is in the same damn spot.
But they also just keep wanting to go A, despite the fact that Benji's been doing this one. And they're walking out,
No way.
Again, they don't expect it.
There's no way.
Again, a 90-degree snap to the side, forsaken as a wrist breaker, but he doesn't land any shots in the process. And they're left stunned almost, reeling.
The fact that Forsaken, who is now playing the Rays, is not clearing that position because he's like, right, guys, Benji cannot be there 3 rounds in a row.
Right there.
That would be silly.
That would be silly. But sometimes silly's what it takes. Because a team like PaperX, something at the attack side up, reveals his hand. Everybody backing away though. What you were talking about earlier, Josh, you know, that prior map control, they were gaining B main, A main at the same time. They're leaving something really to his own devices. There's so much danger here.
But look, if something wants to clear this corner that Benji's been playing in, he has to come out so wide.
Look at this, I mean, even with it, oh, the movement, it's nice. No way. Committal! Time ace!
What the fuck?
Oh, boo! What? My God! No one spotted him, no one pinged him. Mind Freak eventually cleans him up, but listen, reinforcements are a while away, and with the spike drop down, it's a save!
I'd love to see that from Monyet's perspective. Is that the one spot? Okay, so when you ult as an Omen, your vision slowly improves over time. And I'm wondering, was he just looking in the wrong direction at the end of the ultimate? Could he not see Boo? Is that a situation where the Omen obscured his vision a little bit? Because often you will try to set up high-low peaks with the Omen ult. You'll use it as bait to pull the crosshair. Let's see it from his POV. He sees him, but it doesn't feel like he reacts quick enough or potentially comes it either.
Cleared too late. Cleared way too late.
That is a weird one. Wow. PaperX are genuinely looking rattled here. Not something that I was expecting to say right at the beginning of Split. They're really a little mentally out of it.
Yeah. I mean, his early timeout's being taken by PaperX. There was one
Bad life, Alex.
2 rounds ago.
He's missed the feet.
He's missed it. Can't quite see it now. He sees it though. Spotted. Exchange of the fire. The flash, no connection. Everybody grouped up towards B main. some bite to the round, of course. Even with the limited weaponry of PaperX, never know when we're going to hit some shots off. But really, I mean, Heretics on full display, I think, with a lot of their defensive setups.
They're going to stun re-clear mid here.
Don't leave anything to chance. Trailblazer forwards, mini boot, just peeking out wide. Peppers them with bullets as they're trying to just retreat.
They stopped them before they even got to the trip.
Yeah, haven't even cleared it. Taken's wondering how to break this one. Guess what? You can't. Really, you have to swing into it.
No, it's horrible. It's a really horrible trip to deal with. Very powerful.
Crossing back through main, running out of really opportunities. Jumping peak by something, back through, in and out. Drifting with the movement. Did he know the device pushed up onto this angle? It seems like Boo has that awareness. Forsaken through mid. There's a rocket. It's sent loose and flying again. Where's it going? Into the back.
What the fuck?
He still stands tall. Try and
One bullet.
try and take this side over. The anchoring players are making a mockery of the PaperX play style. Nails him.
And I fucking dream.
In the clip, Boo puts a punctuation mark at the end of that sentence. Do not come to be.
What the
But
fuck?
I gotta say, Brent, this was kind of shambolic the way that PaperX played this. Why are they peeking with an op through the smoke?
उसको one bullet मारा. Last वाले को भी one bullet.
The pressure and at least figuring out, you know, forcing some kind of play out of him. Do you see that? Benji predicting the fact that Alex is going to be smacking his desk.
Yep.
I swear that's what he's going for there.
Oh my God.
I'm going to be honest, I thought there was going to be more there after the oh my God.
But it's another timeout, the second one.
One bullet,
Short
bro.
succession here for PaperX, and you can feel
Last
it,
two bullet.
the necessity of it.
Am I overreacting here to say this just looks cooked? We
I
are.
think so. I mean,
We're only 7 rounds in. A team like PaperX can still come back, but the manner in which these rounds are going down. Benji's in the same corner of A. I mean, people are going to be calling that the Benji fishing spot.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how these kind of things emerge within the game.
And
And then also Boo just holding down B on his own against 3 players and a showstopper.
Why one bullet,
These
why?
rounds are not
लगे हैं लोग भाई, इनका एम तगड़ा है भाई.
PaperX.
Fnatic को हरा के आए हैं लोग.
last minute, you're playing something like this away from, you know, what
Fnatic को हरा के आए हैं तो कुछ तो बात होगी इन लोगों में.
Things go amiss. You run out of the right ideas, especially if you haven't put it into practice, and it really puts the demand on, you know, everybody to just try and cook up something to get through this. But the trouble is when you're running against such a well-drilled setup like Heretics, when they have these retake protocols, when they have all these ideas, it's just inevitable that you're going to be failing. If you are improving and they've already, you know, come up with a Google Doc 20 steps ahead, you're not going to have it.
Okay, but Patty's position right now, getting squeezed.
Yep, stun, lay down, Forsaken. Apparently moving, he is being squeezed. So, a rifle obtained. Reward for their troubles. Now they're really just making the moves out towards Heaven. Benji forced away from the precious corner that he's been loving to play in. Back towards, again, screens, one-way smokes.
ये 4 second euro ले लेता ना. अरे अरे
Covering fire, Monyet finally puts him down, blinded. You absolute animal! You absolute beast! And Monyet, what can you do? Rolling thunder up in the
Oh my kids, yeah, bro. हर लोग 4 मार रहे हैं.
They will not be dislodged from Spain.
If it's not one of them, it's the other. Benji
पहले साइबर, फिर ओमेन, फिर ब्रीच.
holds them back with the double cage setup.
What is
What is that, man?
One enemy remaining.
It's a paranoia play, another part of the setup, right? But at the same time, you still don't expect Riens to be good enough to pick up 3 off the back in such a short space of time.
Filthy, filthy stuff. Cutting it into the round, the options running out. Paranoia finally clears into the corner, but a cage to play into it. It splits it up entirely. Benji, Fishy, take your time, take your pick, son. Finally, the return of the fire with a shotgun to the face and a vulnerability there with a snake bite. Can't really follow through with the stingers. Hello.
Okay, come back.
Found and claimed. The site is theirs. The plant will go down. PaperX are going to be pushed back away from this one.
Spike planted.
2v4 players are low, and enough out into the open that may be a possibility.
These players are
Here
weak.
for Heretics, 2v2.
Boo versus mini boo.
Seekers.
नहीं, mini boo, boo versus
The players' positions broken.
Moni
Scared of
and Divine.
Nade rebounds. Nade rebounds. Monyet in a 1v2. This started as a 4v2. No utility to his name. Doubled up. Heretics, you got to think discipline. Name on the game. A dodge, a weave, a duck, a play. A play saves the bloody
Good night.
day.
Zara.
The Red Bull clutch from Monyan. In the round
Zara,
after,
dude.
Benji is screaming across the stage for him to step up. But I've got to be honest with you, Brent, considering that this was a 2v4, I'm not happy with it.
Yeah.
Enemy remaining.
In the sense that they get one on the board and they figured out how to deal with the A anchors, yeah, okay, good stuff.
Almost throw.
Of the Heretics fans.
Throw थोड़ी कर रहे हैं भाई. Hello, इको था उनका. हाँ भाई था.
Things go well. There are problems.
Trip now set up for Ram. Miniboo, he's in their faces right now with the show stopping the movement. Little bit adjusted though, he can't quite find it. Flash pushing him away. Got to respect that one now.
But
He was looking
yeah.
to try to punish the Trailblazer coming out from Divide, but he couldn't quite. Forsaken had a nade up in his face. Yeah, they kind of called a cancel there. And Benji is watching. Mindfree time tries to take a timing. Shut down.
Now you run your wee little legs right into the B anchor. Guess what? It's
We're going for Boo, are we?
Yeah.
Benji on one side, Boo on the other.
Huh?
Good luck to you. How do you clear him? Boo avoids it, round to the back. Still with the shotgun. No way, he knows it, feels it. Maybe just hearing it, possibly off the sound cue. Spadatek though, took that timing and took that chance. Gifted with one. Something's there. It's a flood defense, a flood play, right in, resetting. The aim!
Oi. For a second.
Get out of here with that!
Shadows of the ace that Forsaken got previously. That was incredible individual ability to be able to push them across the line. You're not really doing anything about that. Heretics tried to increase the pace, tried to bring it to them. Double kind of walked out through that and just got picked off. Neil Zenio's immediately taken a timeout, and I think he's going to be trying to talk to them about maybe setting themselves up a little bit so that they have the perfect timing to get out through the smoke.
Yeah.
But there wasn't much of a mistake there. The timing wasn't that far off. It's more credit, in my opinion, to how good Forsaken's aim looks rather than anything looking too sloppy for Heretics. And to be honest with you, Brent, if PaperX are able to put another 2 on the board here and tie this up 6-6, it will be a miracle for them. Because they were looking so down and out.
Yeah, I mean, how would they even do it? I don't want to throw questions into the mix anymore. They've been proving themselves.
They have the showstopper to work with here as well, right?
Yeah.
And also, they've shown that they actually are starting to come up with some really good ideas of how to deal with these site anchors. When they went for the A hit, they had a paranoia towards where Benji plays. They waited to force
ये
him
क्या
inside
रहा
his
है
cage
भाई
and then
जिस
double
तरह
cleared it.
इंसेन खेल रहे हैं
Really thinking and trying to adapt on the fly.
तगड़ा
Not so
चल रहा है
much
मैच
macro adjustments, but the small stuff.
Elimination
In our side
match,
picks, they've got
right?
to put
Yeah,
this piece of utility here instead to deal
Let's
with
go,
this.
let's go.
And it's taken them long enough. It took them until round 9 to look competent on these site hits.
नहीं
but
पता है साइफर ए पे है फिर भी यही जाता है बार बार.
it might be just enough. Gonna come down a lot to this though.
Benji retreating to the back of the site nade. This will clear at least one of the trips, maybe even both if they're lucky. It does. So now no more defenses. Cages have to be popped off. Util has to come flying. It's an anchor, flood, call. Now the showstopper rocket through. Buddy, what a shot! Clay Pigeon shooting, and he's removed the major threat. But through the back of the site, they're not ready for it. Fast on the tempo, and PaperX are increasing it all the way through. Benji was feeling that heat. It's over. Just like that, the round is finished.
Spike planted.
Boo in a 1v4. Very few chances of success.
The round should be finished. The round should be finished. Okay.
And it is. It is. Monya and Something both going for the exploration. Even though Boo slips the cracks, Something's there. And in that round, okay, there was an adjustment from Heretics too. Riens, instead of playing from over towards screens, he tried to get in on the site so that they could double up. But after dealing with Forsaken, they were just not ready for the second player. You know, once Monya swings into backside here, Riens and Benji are not ready for that at all. For some reason, they just did not catch the timing. And so, somehow, PaperX, mentally resilient,
That's allowed.
one away from a tied half.
Feeling empowered now, setting it forwards. Change the setup. Seems like wherever they go, they're just destined to try and meet Benji Fishy with some of these setups, but they do clear the trip. At least towards B main, and they're keeping on yet in that position. Boo's also decided to just
Viper
play a
ultimate.
aggressive angle with the Viper pit in mid as well. This is going to be cutting up, removing those options available for PaperX.
Even
Everybody tries to walk through the trip, tries to go faster it as well.
Trip bhi hai bhai.
We'll have that trip in the pit on top of it, but it's broken.
It's definitely Boo's position that's the most vulnerable, but PaperX are moving away from that into the stacked site.
That's a B. What's the call? I believe Miniboo's holding the nade. Trailblazer sends it flying. Actually predicting this one to just run forwards with the nice something. Already there with the blade, some out wide to the flashes.
Oh,
nasty stuff! Nasty one!
Benji!
What a return on the fire! Finally, the anchoring player removed 2 versus 2. Viper's pit. It's a murky, murky territory now. It's going to be sweeping across the site. A tap, forcing the util out. Divide. It's good. Bullets.
Very close.
Almost going down. 2 versus 2 still. Patience being played now. Gaps and positions to be watched for. And what is the call for either side? How do you choose to play it? Divide. Holding the angle. Stepping out wide. Padatek. Taking it in his stride as a game of timies. They're just bumping into each other. And PaperX on the brink. The pit will fall though, toppled. Decay, back up to the health. Paranoia wide. Boo's got the smoke and a tap onto it. Spraying now. Boo sticking. Halved, but not enough.
Okay.
It's a perfect timing. Picture perfect at that 6-6. They've evened up the half.
Benji ne kya mara bhai.
4 rounds in a row. You can never count this team out. It looked so over by the time it got to round 8. And even here, Benji putting on absolute heroics. But the problem being, they needed to get the flood defend going so that Mindfreak couldn't pit. Once the pit was down, pretty much game over for Heretics. They tried their best, but we're heading into a tied half to decide this. It's not even a BO1 anymore.
Yeah, anyone's game.
6-6. Finally 6-6 ho gaya.
Our final map in this series. Now earlier we heard from Munyet. Let's hear from him a little bit about this match.
कौन जीतेगा?
Hello, I'm Monyet. I'm the duelist of PaperX.
I don't know.
I feel like we're not
guys दोनों टीम अच्छा खेल रही है.
Performance yet.
लेकिन मिनीबू
from what we practice.
भाई मिनीबू भाई कितना मारते हैं भाई.
I'd say
अभी तो मिनीबू ने मारा ही नहीं.
first time playing against CDG.
सबने मार दिया. बू ने मारा.
Already played G like twice or 3 times.
ब्रीच का नाम क्या था भूल गया मैं.
I think we misread them in the game, and also we have like some like communication problem in those crucial rounds, I would say.
Not a lot really to play with. They're going to try and just almost run their way through it, but they're slowly being revealed every single time they try and make their way through. Finally, the Reckoning will fade, but Mindfreak now in position. A cove for Forsaken to try and almost fight within, and they are falling like flies. Forsaken winning every battle!
I mean, it's really hard for us, like starting.
तुम्हें क्या लगता है योडी भाई कौन जीतेगा?
Can also happen in Pacific kickoff. I mean, the goal for this tournament is just we go one by one. You know, it's not like we need to go to playoff. But if we had a bad tournament, I mean, everyone's just okay. You know, because we're not setting up the high expectation for this tournament. I just like
something
want to
to
go step by step. You know.
घर में खेल रहे हैं. हाँ ये भी बात है.
Here by PaperX. I mean, just step by step, round by round, match by match.
उनकी वो भी तो ज़्यादा है क्या कहते हैं?
He even said it himself, you know, like
Jreyx will win because
or anything like that. But they're on the
defending
verge
मत
of removing
सेंट्रल नहीं है उनके पास.
one of the tournament favorites,
defending map
arena favorites at least. I mean, still even footings. Maybe getting ahead of myself here, but something at the top of the scoreboard. This guy's been lighting the world on fire. He's been lighting a map on fire. He's a woke.
Benji के 18 किले बताओ.
You look at the two players at the top of the scoreboard. Benji's done everything he could possibly ask to do.
देख रहा something को देख रहा इसके.
I don't see how he's going to be able to influence these attack rounds in the same kind of way. At least not easily. Whereas something on Jet in this comp, he can have enormous impact on attack and defense. If he's feeling it, he can force the fights. This pistol doesn't look like PaperX are in position to try to fight it, unless something finds a timing up through vent.
मुमकिन नहीं गया अभी तक मेन पे.
Having control, vitally important here. And guess what? Everybody just grouped up onto the side with the exception of Benji Fishy.
Nobody is ramped to stop this retake from coming through. They're all on site.
Don't like the look of this post plan. Just on paper, at least just staring at the mini-map, because now, look at it,
Camera guy.
gained. Smoking off the main angle, look at them, they were trying to refight, it's just walking through these smokes, and well, with the decay kicking in, good luck to you. Paper-X still here, Benji Fishy, cleaned up everybody, that's another pistol round for Paper-X. So consistent with it, to such a high degree now.
round तो हमेशा जीतते हैं. Something OP. ओए होए, PRX डिफेंड नहीं करती, अटैक ही चलता है खाता है इनका. हाँ ये बात भी है. तो डिफेंड में भी अटैक करती है, अटैक में भी अटैक करती है.
Take another piece of map control or at least set up some crossfires. That is a rough fight. 3 easy pickings for Paper-X. And they will take another pistol. It's been keeping them in this game. If the pistols and the eco rounds and stuff had been more even, Heretics would be out to a massive lead right now, but they're not. That is not reality.
हाँ, easy. Handle की जगह एक best upper hold करेगा side.
Rebounds with the stun.
देखते हैं.
Connection with the dog. Forsaken is looking for a little bit more because it will mean his ult will be earned online. Look at that. Just
ये देखो ना attack कर रहे हैं. Something whiff किया मत मेरे को लगा खत्म हो गया ये. Nice try. तू पीछे चल रहा है क्या? Something तू पीछे चल रहा है क्या?
Really anything into them because they're worried.
अच्छा थोड़ा टाइपिंग में थोड़ा लेट आ रहा है शायद.
Team that likes to pick the outlaw as much. So there is some kind of knock-on effect of Forsaken and something going for that weapon as much. It makes those follow-up rounds after the pistol a lot easier.
Rob नहीं है ये तक outlaw हो गई.
For Heretics, they can't even think about getting those on.
Outlaw कर रहा है something.
Instead, they've got to worry.
पिछले मैप में भी outlaw ही कर रहा था.
From the outlaw, because we have seen some filthy stuff from something on Lotus.
It's taking an early gander and peek down A main. And yeah, faking like they could be taking control of B main. Which they are, they just disrespect it.
Round की बात कर रहा.
Running straight past the cam, not worried about any sort of trap play.
Mm-hmm.
Semblance of it, something with a dash. Enabled active. Smells like something is up for him.
But at the same time, for Heretics, they should be able to get a read on what's going on. This is like the most default way of playing this defensive comp, apart from the fact that Moniette's a little further forward than you would expect. But they certainly should be able to get an idea of what's happening. They're gonna.
ये जा रहा है.
Whoa. That's a team flash with a paranoid connecting onto Forsaken. Yeah, just trying to reclear.
But look at this. The defenders here are going to be faster than the attackers. They could try to react off the back of this, but Paper-X have got the read. They know that was fake B main.
Pure pixel angle. All that adjustment there. Just one to the body. 140 down and out. Mind Freak. Off angle here could do some serious damage, serious work. Once more, nail it down. They're all stacked up. Flash rebounded, but he's playing anti inside the smoke. Drops down. Still got a shorty as well. Will it be cleared? Yes, it will. Rians, good adjustment. Snaps to the side, but they're not expecting the back of the site. But yet, still here. The Spectre, a bit of running gun, could do some work, but not enough. But the bullets just barely tagging. Reclearance down. Boo. Great work.
Bro.
Great work with the composure.
Gun diff था ये तो gun diff था.
Lacking on the pistol. But I was still very
worried.
From a macro perspective, Team Heretics hit the site there as Paper-X were expecting it, right? The defense is favored in that spot. And that's partly because Paper-X are more willing to go for those rotates, hard reads, gambles. Heretics, sometimes the perfect is the enemy of the good. If you take your time trying to clear every single position, you actually end up giving more time for the defenders to rotate. And yet, they get through it that round. But that is going to be something to keep our eyes on, especially when Forsaken has a big ult like this. Getting ready at the start of the round to see whether anybody was going for early ramp pressure.
Push back up onto the angle. Oh my, doubled up flash, avoided and dodged. Forsaken! Hopes and dreams, talk about it, dashed away, rocket rebounds! Goodness me. Relentless has to spike drop down too. He wants a little bit more, Boo.
One enemy remaining.
Sneaking around the sewers, Mini Boo. It's your turn. Can you step up to the challenge? You cannot.
Flawless.
And that's that early work that Forsaken was putting in, just trying to farm up those old orbs, disrespecting them, making sure that the kills went to him on the eco. Can use it to just set it up like that. Listen, they're probably going to win the round anyway. Probably didn't need the ult on top of it with those opening 2 kills, but he just seals it, doesn't he?
He does seal it, and at the same time too, that's an eco swing round for Heretics. So it's an important one to be able to secure. I think most teams would be happy in the 5v3 to save the ultimate for a better
Ace.
occasion.
No
Maybe
ace.
that's even the optimal play. But it is important to get yourself out in the lead here. PaperX now favored to go up by 3. And Forsaken has just been a monster in these split games individually.
Form-wise, it's really being decided. That factor at play.
He's just so good.
Finishes him off. 2-4, reposition a Mind Freak. So back into it. Dog's gonna have a spot 2. They want a few more. What is that? What is that? Disgusting. Satchel in their faces, man. This is relentless.
4.
He looks unbelievable.
Eco था कोई
First
भी.
half,
TH का eco था.
Benji and Boo trying to hold back something. This time on defense, Forsaken's just, you know, calmed something down. He's like, don't worry, I got it. I got this half. Hop in the backpack. Do not fret. What is this one?
Not even on it, man. Not even on it. But no, I mean, Forsaken not willing to end their tournament lifeline this early. Taking fate into his own hands. And yet, listen, I mean, Heretics got their own ambitions. Flames of it, but it's being extinguished right now. A timeout called for Heretics. Precious time at that. They need to get these players back on their feet because they're playing like they're rattled. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I think they are. They're playing a little slowly. They're not willing to match the pace of PaperX. And all of those mistakes that you were seeing earlier on are now getting covered up by pace and individual skill. The PaperX players playing tighter together now that they all are on the same page and getting powered through by just winning so many duels. We have not seen Miniboo come online in this final map. He's been amazing for the rest of the tournament. Unbelievable in kickoff. He looked like a top 5 player in the world. And here, he has struggled to get online. They need Miniboo now more than ever. Otherwise, they are at serious risk of leaving this Spanish crowd without a representative here. And an extraordinarily strong team going home early.
Yeah, heartbreak, tragedy for them. You think about how close the prior match was, but a deep push, contact, making a footstep here. This should be a level of awareness, Boo! Oh, it's just asleep at the wheel, maybe watching something entirely different, but the fight was taken.
I mean, that is so much confidence from Forsaken there, the way that he swings that too. It's so committed.
4 players, though, ready to fight back, and they do. Dropping something.
Okay, they get the information. Does that call the pivot? It does. There's more pace here with Heretics. They know that the A site only being defended by Mind Freak, who could vulnerable them. Oh, he slipped into elbow instead.
Positions here. He's revealed himself, though, just layering down that snake bite. Flash, dodge, now to stun. God almighty, he's in trouble. Needs some backup. Where is the help from the rest of his team? Through and out. Mind Freak and Divide. They double up onto that one.
That's incredible work. How has Mind Freak stayed alive long enough there for Divide to help?
It's a 2v3 surrounded. Every front.
If
no control of anything.
If Rians gets a kill, he's got the breach ult online. It could be the only way they're saved. This Paranoia's headed towards elbow.
Trailblazer, aftershock down. Got to dodge it with a knife out. Now a plan. Rians now has the ult online. Does he choose to use it with the pressure? No, he dies! What's even active and instantaneous is the trade. No gaps in the play for PaperX here. And they can feel it. Smiles on the stage. They are on the precipice. They're in control of their own destiny.
I cannot believe the difference between the first quarter of this map and the rest of it. Slow start. I mean, it took a while for PaperX to even look like they were playing the game. The first 8 rounds, they were just out of it. I was ready to call
it. Man, it was chalked.
It looked incompetent. And then since then, they've only dropped 1 round. 1 round.
I'm convinced we're running old clips, but...
It must be. It's got to be. There's been nothing to be mad about.
No, that was just perfect with the fundamentals. One way disrespected. Heretics now grouped up side by side. They have the Oz flash on either side.
Okay.
Incredible movement to cancel that whilst full block.
Defending my even behind my agent.
Paranoia walking right into all of this.
Give me a second.
It's eventually traded
Wait a
there,
minute,
still
wait a minute.
in the smoke, playing it around. Quick
Wait a minute, wait a minute.
Munyet from the back to buy round the side.
Two
They
way.
can't hold a candle to it. The fundamentals, the flood
Oi, 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 oi.
It's PaperX at their best. They thrive in it.
Mind Freak का pick important था.
Point. This has been an outrageous game. An unbelievable game. And it feels like PaperX have truly woken up. The form we're seeing from the players, the willingness to fight aggressively with each other. They are flooding out here with not a care in the world.
No hesitation.
One single mind.
And this
One more.
I'm gearing up for it. I can see it on the mini map.
Thank you for the warm-up.
5 players from Heretics all on the line. We're in the round already. Grouped up, operator to meet them. And this could spell disaster for the Spanish org. The team of new players, new rookies, some of them experience at this wider stage. It could all just tumble and collapse. Dash now available. Re-swings into it. The nail in the coffin.
Left side.
Time, the hammer swings down and out onto the anvil. And there is no hope, no chance in hell. They are home entirely.
Chaku mara.
Eliminating the Spanish favorites.
What a performance! What a resurgence! Insane individual talent. And finally waking up and looking like PaperX of last year. Eliminating a team that won every single map to qualify for Madrid. And then played an insanely close game with Sentinels, looking like one of the best teams that we had here. So many ideas, and PaperX takes that and tears it apart. In the final map, in the final half, they were clearly the better squad. A great try from Heretics.
110 round in a row, what the fuck.
They wanted to go further, they had so much left to show, and now they're gonna have to wait until April, stage 1, to be able to showcase it again.
It goes to show how tense and tight that competition is between all the teams here. I mean, when you have the best 2 teams from every region, it doesn't matter if a team's looking like they're in poor form heading into the tournament entirely. I mean, PaperX are slow starters. They've said this about themselves. They said this about Madrid as a tournament. They weren't really looking forward to really putting on a good performance and making playoffs. They didn't set those expectations for themselves, but they're continuing forward anyway. And yes, playoffs isn't made, but they have overcome an incredible challenge here today.
And I think there has been a struggle for this team to reinvent themselves. You listen to what Alex has been saying, and the whole team, they're not feeling confident about this. They're still trying to figure out what their style is going to look like with Monyet on the team. And for them to go, sure, it's still double duelist that they showcased on Split, but for them to change things up and still look really solid and still get all of that firepower out of Something and Forsaken is just marvelous.
अभी draw है ना?
The pace that they brought, not
अभी draw होगा match के
that
लिए.
was not the same tight Heretics team. They looked
ये कौन सा
timid on
match
the
होगा,
attack rounds,
कौन सा नहीं
slow
होगा.
to try to take advantage of opportunities. Still trying to figure out how to deal with a fast-paced team like PaperX, who, like Mixwell said earlier, once you've played, they can be very difficult to deal with the first time.
Wow, an incredible series. I mean, with that all being said and done, we're going to send it down to the analyst desk to take it all down and away. Break it down, guys. I mean, if you can.
I mean, I'm going to try. We're going to try. You know, look, Heretics learned today about W Gaming because PaperX manages to close it out in, honestly,
It's random draw. Oh, it can't happen, people are saying.
Wait, why?
Because they already played each other.
At a certain point, like Heretics.
Oh, EDG already played PaperX, so they can't play them again?
Yeah, I mean, once we got into that second half.
Oh, yeah, you're right, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Now they're saying it can. Now they're saying it can. I don't know. Fuck off.
Just
stop typing if you don't know. You're just guessing.
It's a random draw. Of course it can happen. They are truly awoken right now.
Absolutely. I mean,
gang versus Sen, Genji versus Sen देखना है मुझे. अभी draw होगा ना, अभी पता चलेगा किस किस का मैच है, किस किस का मैच नहीं है. I guess थोड़ी देर बात करेंगे.
One other thing to remember is they played 2 maps on the international scene last year overall. Now they got to play 6 here. A big learning opportunity for the organization and for this roster. I think there's a lot that they're going to be bringing back to EMEA.
But that's the big tragedy of it, because this team came out and looked excellent. They were just a few rounds on any map away from beating Sentinels. It was the same here, but they're going home, and PaperX is moving on.
Well, let's check in with Dryad for the Verizon post-match interview with Forsaken.
Termina siendo el equipo eliminado, pero los
nunca
faltan.
Let's go, Jason.
Stands are always here, and I want to cheer you guys. Where are the PaperX stands over here? And I'm here with Forsaken.
for the post-match interview taking con Forsaken para la entrevista. Mi primera pregunta para Forsaken va a ser justamente lo que acabamos de ver, ese último mapa de Split en el que cambian su composición. Volvimos a ver a Forsaken con Jreyx y quiero preguntarle a qué se debía este cambio y qué era lo que cambiaba porque estaba teniendo un desempeño increíble. Forsaken, the first thing I want to ask is what we just got the chance to watch for the last map of Split. You change the composition and you go from the triple duelist to just 2 duelists and you on the Jreyx, and that's the main show today. In that second half you were just going up, so tell me how and why you changed the composition and how does it feel to go back to that Jreyx?
I think I realized that maybe these comments only work for Pacific because in this very hard everyone just so good, and then I just realized that I think we need
ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है रोशन बोल रहा है क्रिश का.
So I decided to like change to Jreyx and make Monyet go Omen because I feel like he's really good at Omen, especially surviving skills. I think he's really good at it. So I still can't believe that this is my Jreyx debut, my first Jreyx debut, you know, and I can win against TH. It's like really amazing, you know. So yeah.
Sí, lo que nos está diciendo es que se daba cuenta de la composición que estaban jugando antes de triple duelista, solo servía en Pacífico. Cambiaban esa composición, se daban cuenta de que él se daba cuenta de que necesitaban un poco más de información y por eso decide hacer el cambio a él jugar con la Jreyx y poner a Monyet a que jugara en ese Omen. Decía que él lo consideraba un muy buen Omen y que aún así no podía creer lo que era este último mapa. Ahora, también le quiero preguntar lo que ha sido, más que nada, su flexibilidad a través de lo que ha sido la región de Pacífico y dentro de este torneo. ¿Cómo se siente? Y si podemos seguir esperando, como siempre, esas sorpresas de PaperX. And we just talked about the Jreyx, but you've become one of the best flex players, if not the best flex players that we have right now in this tournament. Can we expect a little bit more surprises coming from you? And what is it like to be that flex player for PaperX?
Yeah, I mean, maybe I will play Deadlock or ISO next, who knows?
Okay. You know, I believe it.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I like become flexible because like I just love how the way I can create like a lot of stuff, strategy, and I just love being creativity. I think that's all.
Lo que nos dice es que de pronto, sí, cuando le preguntaba de qué otra composición y si podíamos ver algo más de él, decía, de pronto puedo jugar Deadlock, de pronto puedo jugar ISO, no se sabe, pero después nos dice que lo que más le gusta de ser flexible es poder traer un poco más de creatividad, de ideas, y eso es lo que destaca la creatividad.
Pacific का दोनों टीम मस्त खेल रहे हैं. Genji और वो Global Sport भी अच्छा खेल रहे हैं.
If somehow we met EDG again,
okay.
You know?
The rematch.
Rematch, yeah. I think it's gonna be different.
Dice que si se tienen que enfrentar con alguien, tiene que ser con EDG. Le gustaría poder tener ese rematch. Eso es todo lo que tenemos de esta entrevista. This is everything that we have for this interview. But if you're wondering how those next matches are gonna look like, we're gonna go right to the draw show.
Draw again, draw show.
Hola a todos y bienvenidos a la Masters de Madrid. Os presento a todos el sorteo de los próximos partidos que vamos a tener en el día de mañana. Estoy aquí con Victoria. Victoria, you're going to tell us how this draw works, right?
Yeah, so it's a little complicated, just bear with me. You can kind of shuffle these around while I'm talking.
Nice.
So basically, during the Swiss stage, there's not going to be any sort of rematches that have already been seen in the Swiss stage. So what that means is that EDG and PRX will not meet each other again. So what this does for the draw, if they are drawn to be in the same match, then the second team drawn for the match that results in that happening will be redrawn. So if we get, let's say we have KC versus Loud, then Loud will be redrawn to be one of the other two teams. And then if EDG versus PRX is drawn, we will redraw the second team. And that's kind of how this is going. So 4 teams, but a little complicated. So we can go ahead and get started. I'll just have you pick a box and throw it to me. It's going to be match 1 of whenever we decide the schedule is. The draw order is not necessarily the schedule order, but the first match, team 1.
Chicos, voy a darle la primera papeleta de lo que va a ser el primer equipo que vamos a sacar aquí y se lo voy a dar a ella para conocer que va a ser...
We have Carmine Corp.
Carmine Corp.
Sí.
Y Carmine Corp se va a enfrentar a...
PaperX.
¡A PaperX! Vale, y vamos con el segundo partido que ya está claro, ¿no? Solo son 4 equipos. There's only 4 teams. So.
Loud versus Genji, I guess.
The first team drawn in each match is the higher seed, so it does matter a little bit.
All right, so the first team for the other match is going to be Loud.
Cloud में से
Los
ADG.
brasileiros.
And then their opponent by default.
ADG.
It's a little difficult to open these boxes actually without
It is.
knowing where it opens from, you know?
Alrighty. It's going to be EDG.
EDG. Y se han dado partidos completamente distintos a lo que acabamos de ver hasta el día de hoy. Así que nos espera un día de mañana súper emocionante. Espero veros aquí.
तो playoff में पहुंच गई है ना?
Otro día más de emoción, frenetismo y partidos increíbles que nos están esperando mañana. Nos vemos mañana, chicos.
There you have it. We got the draw, and you may notice that we swapped out a Mitch man for an Alex. That's right. Coach Alex is here today.
Hello.
Please take care of my desk, okay?
And please react to that draw. You guys are playing Carmine Core. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. I think we're gonna be a really good game. I think both teams are very, very aggressive. One is a little bit crazier than the other.
Yeah.
Like coming Corp.
Okay.
Oh,
of course. Yeah, we are the structured team. You know? Have you not seen us play?
No, I actually haven't. That's crazy.
Oh man. Well, firstly, you know, this has been such a wild day for you guys.
Oh yeah.
We were talking before. There's obviously like a lot of uncertainty going into this matchup for you guys, but it just felt like once the switch gets turned on, it's just impossible to turn it off. How do you coach that? That's wild.
I didn't say much.
Jenny dono play off.
I just think guys look good. It's the end of the line. You're either going home or we do something special.
Yeah, when we watch you on the camera, you are always slamming your desk. It seems like you're getting really emotional.
I honestly tried to do it less today.
कल 2 मैच हो रहे होंगे उसके बाद playoff वाले मैचेस होंगे शुरू.
One time.
But I wanted to ask about how
Starting
do you
होगी
balance
ना.
like your own emotions with when you talk to the team and giving them the message you need to hear.
Honestly, I think I do it before so they can't hear me, so that I don't actually get angry at them, you know.
Sure.
Yeah, so after I let it all, I'm like, okay.
Chalo.
This is what we
Chal
do, guys. You know, that's what I do.
Yeah, I want to ask you as well about the final map. Forsaken was answering about it a little bit in his interview as well. But you guys had a really short turnaround to come back and change up from that triple duelist comp. Can you talk to me about the thought process and also how you made the transition so quick?
अब क्या आएगा?
And I was like, Chaya,
तो खत्म हो गया मैच.
look, are you really?
चले फिर.
He said, look, split is the worst one, you know, we need to fix this shit. So after that, we decided,
Good night.
put him on
Good
moment.
night.
We had to sacrifice a little bit, go on to Viper. He's never played Viper before, so we had one day. And Forsaken, you know, he plays everything, so we just chucked in there and prayed.
How many times did you get to scrim split?
Okay, bye-bye.
Once?
Yeah, just once.
Okay.
But we did a lot of like server work, you know, like talking and stuff.
Good night.
So I figured it out.
How's it been incorporating money into the
Stay safe, stay healthy. Good night. ये वेबसाइट यूज करा कर मेरे को वो भेज दो. रिसी पे यहाँ पे लिंक जो है अपलोड नहीं होते, मतलब लिंक दिखते नहीं है यहाँ पे ओवरऑल. मैं वैलोरेंट में ही देख लेता हूँ वैसे तो. मेरे को लिंक दिखेगा ही नहीं. कल देता. ठीक है, कल दे देना. गुड नाइट. गुड नाइट. चलो चलता है मैं फिर. है बाय बाय.